Welcome to What the Drift Podcast with your hosts, Formula Drift drivers Andy Hately and Jeff Jones.
Hi!
We're back.
Hi! We're back. We're jumping. What the Drift, where it's the minimum drift cast, because we're not trying very hard, but we're having fun.
Minimal effort, maximum potential.
I'm with all the potential.
I mean, we have potential here.
Potential.
We're on a up streak. Oh, I almost forgot. You have to say like 8 million names.
I brought it up.
You did?
Yeah.
Are you gonna say it now?
Yeah. I don't know. You figure out what we're doing next, and I would just butcher time. So
let's talk about the schedule real
Throttle
quick.
Buddies, Beam Team, Drift McClellan. What?
You got so
McCunnery, Slithbug, Slitherbug, Kempinter, Pit Stop Sam, Midlife Crisis. That's funny.
All right, we'll do it.
Mike Lane.
We'll do it at the end.
Westies is on here.
Westies.
Bunch of people. Power Drift.
Yeah.
Bradley Valters, King, Nate, Zach Miller. There's one page. It was like,
we have 150.
who the hell?
150.
Isn't there like 200 now?
Well, I told everybody to subscribe because they were going to have to. Because you were going to have
That
to.
was a terrible idea. That was so stupid. No. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
It was a good move because we actually got some subscribers now.
It worked out accidentally very well.
Okay, so FD schedule was announced at SEMA. Pretty much the same as last year. They're keeping Salt Lake. Prospect has moved around, so no more Prospect in Orlando, which is really good because the pit space there can't really take that many vehicles. I don't even remember from last year, but my pit space was a lake.
Yeah.
About 4 inches of water.
Orlando.
We had to put down our folding tables. We put those down and made those into a bridge.
It was a small bridge. You were like jumping from one thing to another.
Yeah. It was madness. So that's good. It sucks because I really got comfortable with that track this year.
Yeah.
Because I hated that.
Well, you
track.
had a perfect event.
Always hated that track. Always. Like every time I went there, the car broke. I sucked. Like everything just shit show.
Florida,
I caught on fire there. Like
I'm okay with that track.
I had a nitrous backfire there in the E30. I've just always had terrible luck there, and the one year I have good luck, it's like, all right, now you don't get to go back. Damn. But I am stoked to go back to Atlanta. I would take Atlanta over Orlando any day of the week. Way cooler crowd, way more friends there, and I just like Atlanta. Like, I was kidding.
Atlanta's awesome. It's my favorite track.
Yeah, is it really?
Yeah.
Out of all?
Out of all of them, Atlanta.
Why?
The track offers the most technical, and you have to use all of your tools. Whereas like Irwindale, it's gangster and it's very scary, but you're kind of just like slammed on the throttle and you're getting through there.
It's all
it's a quick pop of the handbrake and it's just all commitment.
Yeah.
Atlanta, as a drifter, you're literally using every skill that you know, right? Like you're jamming down the hill. So first there's the drag race. Then there's the like how big can you back at your initiation, which I'm not great at, but like you get behind Chelsea and that dude's like sitting there staring at you backwards, and you're like, well, how do I follow this? You try to like get in there with it and add as much angle.
And it's like the heaviest braking zone.
Yeah, it's the heaviest braking zone. And then like if you heel toe and keep your RPMs up, and then like you really got to jam on the throttle before you get to the clip, so you're actually accelerating past it. And now my car's got enough power to where I don't even have to downshift anymore. But it used to have the track with the most shifts because like back in the day you were shifting like twice, right? You were probably like entering fourth, downshift to third, go up, maybe up to fourth, but then back down to third,
maybe down to second if you're following someone.
Yeah, maybe back down to second when you're like Jay-Z or whatever, non-nitrous and and then you're working your way back.
I always just rolled
down the hill.
I always rolled all fourth there.
You got gravel, grass, rumble strips that are backwards.
And it's tricky. It's a tricky track. It's got more tricky spots than any other track. You're right. Like the entry is tricky, and then right after that, if you don't transition right on time, your uphill is just screwed. You're not going to make it up the hill with angle and with good speed, and then hit that other outside zone at the top of the hill unless you do everything right before that. So like I remember telling you that like in Tandem there when I was spotting for you, I was like, don't dive in on the first corner. Get him up the hill. Like it's all about the uphill.
You want to be close, but you want to be able to not be up, because if you lift,
you're done. You're done. And he's 10 car lengths away, and then you're chasing your tail through the keyhole, and you look like an idiot. So like Yeah, it is a very dynamic track. And then that outer zone going up the hill, like, you can overcook that one easy, too. Like, if you go too far on the rumbles and you freaking...
qualifying, I forget what year it was, a couple years ago. Literally overcooked it and just parked it right on the grass, right in front of the judge's tower.
I think
it's like, I'm going to miss it!
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, guys. Yeah, I blew it. Going back home. Yeah. Luckily got it on the next lap, but still, this is... Damn it.
It's a good zone because you get to shoot dirt at people, too. If you drop a tire there, you get to cover people in dirt.
What's the fan zone right there?
Yeah.
All the dudes that are right there?
Team Rowdy?
Team Rowdy.
Yeah. They're not so rowdy anymore. They're all old and they have kids and stuff.
But no one's ever streaked.
I still have a lot of their
kind of sad no one ever did a full streaking.
No, it was a half. He did it in his
half streak.
Yeah, he did it in his boxers.
It was a good full streak.
Yeah.
I was there one year and I tried to. Was that the year when we were trying to convince that guy
to run across?
Yeah. I told him I'd give him $100. I was down.
Sure,
like, go do it, bro.
Andy Luck would be very happy to hear about that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. What else we got?
Well, schedule's there. It's up.
So schedule-wise, they actually were nice and told us before they released it.
They told you
privately.
They didn't tell Prospect guys.
Yeah. Well, pro. We got,
Yeah.
I hope there's a little bit of
Yeah.
What's the word there? Not authority. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyways.
Hierarchy.
Hierarchy?
I guess.
So they gave us a heads up what we wanted to do.
Good to know it's a caste system here at Formula Drift.
Yeah. Even before we got into Utah, Ryan Sage was saying, he's like, pretty sure we're coming back here. We got a 1-year contract.
Yeah.
Might not come back next year, but it's better off
the
if we
crowd
just book it now.
Yeah, the crowd was huge. Like, the track was sick.
I was stoked.
Yeah.
I really liked
Salt
Utah.
Lake was sick.
I thought it was cool. Yeah.
The weather was awesome. The view was awesome.
Yeah.
And it was like a crowd like Atlanta, but not rowdy.
We just gotta get more of them.
Yeah.
Bring in some more grandstands or something.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Everything about Utah is great though. I really
it was. Yeah,
I like the state.
Yeah.
Flights
it's a weird spot for grandstands because it's got that sort of peninsula that comes out into the middle of the track there. So if you face one, you really have no good way to put a grandstand out there and face it. Yeah. You can see the entry, and then you're like, okay, now they're gone.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and then we were running out of space to have pro and pro spec in the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's up with all the pro spec guys having bigger toters than the pro guys?
More money.
Freaking pro spec's got more bankroll
There's more family
than all
money.
pro. Yeah. Like the freaking toter homes are just massive, and so pro specs just they need their own pit area. So now we got to go to the big tracks like Atlanta that has a huge pit area. What are the other ones you said? Utah's got a gigantic, ginormous
Jersey's
pit area.
huge. It's got both of those sides.
Yeah, Jersey's really huge. Which I really like Jersey. Like if you're on the East Coast, I feel like Atlanta is always awesome because Atlanta's cool, and then the day after they've got that event that happens at the circle track across the street.
Lanier. Yep.
Yeah, Lanier.
I think
super cool event to go to afterwards, just hang out. And then same thing with Utah.
The day after.
Right, there was a day after event. Dudes were just hanging out.
I drove a stock G35.
Having some fun. And then but the other one I wanted to say was the East Coast was Jersey.
Yeah.
You've got the
Pro down.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate day after.
That's the super rad day after. I've only got to make it like once or twice where I've actually drove.
Yeah. My car is always either broken or like this year I wanted to keep the runtime down on everything.
So if you plan on going to one of those FD events, just plan on hanging out the day after. Try to get like a late Sunday night flight maybe. I always forget that.
You could make that a thing. I mean, you could do quite a few. Come to quite a few FD rounds, hang out, watch the event, and then do the day after, and then head home.
Wish you had a second car.
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah. And you start tugging the E30 around with me. Yeah, stoked on Salt Lake again. That's a cool track. I'd like to go back to Seattle. There's not enough room for everybody.
Well, let's get our boy on here. We got a guest.
Okay.
He didn't know he was our guest until about 20 minutes ago when I called him. I was like, hey, you want to be our guest?
Yeah, don't tell me. It's going to be a mystery guest.
Yeah, mystery guest.
Mystery. Even though it's probably going to be the title of the video.
I don't know how it
Alright,
works.
it'll be in the description. If you haven't gone to the description yet, then it's a mystery guest. Discord. How do I call back Hurst?
Is that how that works?
Or does he have to chime in?
You just said his name, so that wasn't...
Oh, god damn it! I messed it up.
I'm going to text him.
Alright, text him and tell him to just join the call again. Yeah. I don't think I can request him to come in.
Yeah, who knows how that works.
Yeah.
They'll see his face as soon as he pops on, right?
Yeah.
See if you can tell by his voice.
Yeah.
Our mystery guest is a Kentucky special. Half my family's from Kentucky. One half. My dad's half.
Is like Hurst your long lost brother then?
It might be. Yeah. It might be. He's a cool guy.
Yeah. Might be the cousin that you never knew, you know?
You never know?
Yeah. So we're gonna go to dual cam right now.
We're still figuring all this stuff out, by the way.
He's joining. There he is.
There he is. Hey!
Hi!
What's up?
How you doing? I make this
pretty good.
We're good.
We're chilling.
I took my dump. I was gonna leave this podcast midway through to take a dump, but Andy was like, "No, do it now before we start." No, so
I know when you're gonna make me be the host, and I can't be doing that.
Yeah, bro. So we still have no idea what we're doing. This is our second podcast, third if you count what we did in SEMA, but SEMA was kind of just a quick little hold this camera, rap about some stuff, which I thought worked out well. Did you see that? Did you see that, Cash?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
He said, "I don't care about this stuff."
Jerk.
I'm an amateur.
Why would I?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it either.
You don't
I was there for it, so. All right, how's this working? Can you see us? You don't see us, right? You just see you, probably.
No, I can't see y'all right now. I just see my.
I'm not sure my screen. Hold on.
A few moments later.
Go to the actual podcast.
Oh, there we go.
Now you can see what's going on?
I can see the screen for the battle.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
And so he's going to see whatever's on the TV.
Yep, we're good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well,
the only reason I know any of that is because of sim racing.
all right,
sim
we're
drifting.
going to do a break there. So we're back. We got Cash here. Let's talk about
Cash money.
Let's talk about the terrible start to your season, if that's a good way to put it.
Can we get a history on Cash first?
Sure. Yeah, let's do a history.
Johnny Cash, introduce yourself. How many years did you pro spec? Where did you do pro am? How was pro am? Give us the quick little spiel in 10 minutes. 5 minutes. Make it 5.
All right. So my name's Jonathan Hurst. I'm from Kentucky.
How does Jonathan Cash?
I drifted pro am.
Cash this whole time.
And let's see, 2017 I think with Midwest Drift Union. I did one season with them and got my license. And then for 2018 I was just going to run pro am again, but the series ended and they stopped doing a pro am series. So I just went ahead and bit the bullet and went to Pro 2 at the time. Ran Pro 2 for 2 or 3 years. Second year I got a podium, finished top 10 still though. And then the season 3 I was battling for the championship and got second by just a few points. And then jumped to Pro 1 or 2021, and then 2022. This year was my second year, and just finished like halfway in the field, 16th and 17th I think. Or 17th and 18th the last 2 years, so just a mid-pack driver at the moment. But this year we built a brand new car, E46, because it was super competitive. And honestly, I'm on a budget. A lot of people know that I don't have a whole lot of money or any big, sponsors supporting me yet. But the E46 was a cheaper option, and also to be competitive. And round 1, we went ahead and totaled that baby right in the wall about 7 laps in. But overall, I think the E46 was definitely a good move. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of stuff.
Well, you want to watch yourself total it again?
Sure.
Real quick. When did you get into drifting? How old were you?
I started drifting just parking lot stuff in high school when I was 16, 17 years old or so probably. And then drifting in the snow, and it just kind of escalated from there. I was doing a bunch of street racing though.
So that was 4 years ago, right? You're only 22 or something? You're 20 right now?
No, I'm 29 now.
It's
so
a baby.
I've been in it I've been competition drifting for probably, 7 years or so, or 6 years. But just before that, it was just for fun. A lot of drifting or a lot of drag racing, some street racing and stuff. 1320 video.
And that was all Kentucky?
All that stuff.
Was that all Kentucky?
Texas. Went to TX2K and stuff like that. But yeah, mostly Kentucky stuff.
So
yeah.
there was drifting in Kentucky.
Oh.
10 years ago.
Where LS Fest is here. So.
Well, 10 years ago, I'm just like trying to see if there was, because I remember like having family from Kentucky, and I would tell them what I do, and they had no clue what the heck drifting was.
Yeah.
Anytime I would tell them, they're like, "Oh yeah, man, I do that in the dirt in my truck." I'm just like, "Yeah."
Nashville's had events for a while. That's pretty close, right?
Yeah, I grew up with a kid. Like we were me and a bunch of buddies were skateboarders, and then one of them, his name was Nick, and he got into like watching Japan stuff and like Japan style cars and stuff like that and drifting, and so he kind of like got this idea that we should try it, and he bought an RX-7 and had it shipped, and whenever he was young his parents bought him one, and the first night out in it I got busted by the cops for doing donuts in it and lost my license right off the bat.
That's what I was looking for.
So
good man. We've all been there.
Yeah.
So wait, only your friend had an RX-7? You didn't have an RX-7?
Nope, he had an RX-7, and then after he had it for a little while, I ended up getting a 240. I had a 3000 GT VR4 all-wheel drive, which people probably think I'm stupid for even saying this, but I was trying to drift it a lot, and I was coming, like, I was doing decent with it, even all-wheel drive. There's actually a video of me doing some, like, all-wheel drive donuts in it, and it was pretty cool. They're like drift donuts, though, not like just
original takeover,
like tornado donuts.
I like it. Yep.
Originally an all-wheel drive, man. So I saw this video of you drag racing your car through the mud.
Yeah.
What's the story with that, dude?
That's Kentucky, man.
It's the funniest video, dude.
I've always wanted to do it, and so my brother was like, "Yo, you going to the dirt drags this weekend?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Dude, they just posted they're gonna try this out." And I'm like, I don't know. And then so I just got this dumb idea to go ahead and try and borrow some tractor tires from my buddy that they use for derby cars, and it was actually a blast.
Wait, so you didn't have normal tires on there? You had tractor tires on there?
Well, they're like V-treads, and they use them in derby cars for because it gets pretty muddy. So they have that.
You're just flinging so much dirt you can't even tell.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that was gnarly. Did you win?
Well, it was just like a practice day to see if anybody would show up, and so it wasn't going to be very muddy or dirty. And then it snowed the night before, and which we haven't even gotten snow. I mean, we usually don't get any snow, and so it ended up being extremely sloppy and muddy. But I was like, I'd already committed to it because I was already tearing my car down for the season. Was going to clean it all up, pull the engine and everything out, but we hadn't pulled it all the way apart. So like I spent a day putting it back together just so I could do it. So I was like, I'm already committed now. We're just going to go ahead and do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So if you guys are watching and you want to see this, because I don't think we can bring it up on here, right? It's on his
yeah, it's on my Instagram.
It's on his Instagram. Yeah. November 12th. Go look at that. His car is all apart. You're just flinging dirt everywhere. I mean, you kicked the guy's ass that is filming you. I was curious. 1,000 horsepower. I figured it's just going to stand still and go nowhere.
Yeah.
That's what we thought. We didn't know what it would do, but like it was rolling once it got out of the hole.
No, bottom left up. One down there, the bottom left.
This is going to make me log in.
What's going to log in? Weak.
What?
Weak.
Can't watch these.
Can't watch. Logging can't watch. Well,
when did this become Twitter?
All right. Well, you guys got grams. You can find it.
All right. Well,
that's awesome.
Let's hop into Long Beach, dude.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. This was sad to see because this was fresh build.
How many laps did you get in this car before Long Beach?
I think 7. No, I didn't. I only drove the car in a parking lot before I came to Long Beach.
Yeah.
No shit.
Rad.
And 7 laps.
No alignment, no nothing. I just got like 4 or 5 laps in a parking lot, and it didn't feel good at all. And so we aligned it, put it on the trailer because we were running by. We always say we're going to finish the car before Long Beach, but you know how it is. We finish it the weekend of and stuff. So
I was in the same exact boat, man. Andy was helping me weld a wrench to my cutoff switch, so I'd have a cutoff switch in the car.
I made some.
Yeah, my car was not ready at Long Beach. It was just a matter of.
You know what I should have done is put some trunk mounts on there, some hatch mounts for you.
Yeah, that would have helped.
Because you really needed that.
Yeah, that's what I really needed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I only made it like maybe 3 or 4 laps until I think LZ spun, and then I slammed into him, and then Sorensen.
Yeah.
I forget which one did it first.
Oh, that's
Sorensen
in the intro, huh? That's a gnarly
spun,
hit.
and I slammed into him.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone's either spinning or wrecking in Long Beach, man. It was terrible. And then my Long Beach did not go well either. So, I mean, you made it a few laps in before your devastation. But let's watch this. Let's. So you were feeling good leading into this battle? Tell us about it.
Yeah. Well, so in practice, like at the very first lap of this car, I instantly radioed back and was like, "Yo, guys, this is like the best decision we've made." And then like I chased a couple of the fast guys. My second and third lap was chasing Matt Field, JTP, and I was like, I had pace, but I knew their cars weren't like super gripped up or anything. But also mine wasn't either because I hadn't really driven it. And I was instantly super pumped about it because I was like, man, this car's like keeping up with no problem. And then, but I would also leave a little room into turn one, and then I'd kind of like get gapped. But I like to be really aggressive in the chase, and obviously that bites me a lot. But at the same time, like I'm not trying to lose just because I get gapped or something. So going against Ryan, I just set myself up poorly. I mean, I got really close, and he did extend the zone, but at the same time, like I still kind of put myself at fault because
all right, well, let's take a look at this real quick.
Really close. Like I wanted to be door to door, so in transition, I wasn't leaving any room.
All right,
So
give us a second. Let's watch it.
It's like a two mistakes
Have
in
you
one
seen
kind
this
of
video
thing.
yet?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw it at the beginning of the year. Let's let's watch it and see what we think about this real quick.
Jonathan Hurst from Paducah, Kentucky.
Paducah!
The machine gun. Listen to this thing. This thing fires off. And we got the RB powered Sylvia S15. Throws it in. Nice job by Ryan Literal. Now into that first outside zone. Gets all the way out there.
Oh
God.
Oh,
Boy.
Oh, it's so bad. So like he got into those marbles there, you know.
Yeah, but so the thing is, like, the reason why I don't like put it all on him, like a lot of people are like, "Oh, he screwed you," you know, set you up. Like in practice, like every time I put it on the wall there, it was like ice, like you know.
Yeah.
So I'm putting myself in a bad spot. But the only thing is, you can watch. Like I definitely completely almost come to like a stop.
Oh yeah.
And chasing him, and then his car's momentum like literally drove my car across the track right into the wall.
Yeah.
All the way out there.
but you're definitely in the wrong spot, right? You are 4 feet ahead of where you should be. So you kind of already put yourself in a position to where you need to wait for him to get ahead and then transition before you can transition. So, like, let's see the overview.
Yeah. But I feel like if he transitioned, or if he didn't stay in the marbles, I probably wouldn't have been on the wait long enough because his car would have had more momentum.
Yeah,
Maybe,
his car would have been.
So,
in a
for the
different
guys who are
position,
just listening to us and have obviously never driven there, there's only very few that have driven here. Once you initiate and get yourself all the way into the pocket in the zone, you got two things. If you're perfectly in that zone, it literally turns from mad grip into no grip, and it's just because of the amount of like just years of rubber that's built up right there. And you would think that this would just be massive amount of grip, but it's not. And then you also get all the marbles that kind of roll into that area. So just like right there off that wall, it literally turns into just like a slick track, like black ice almost. It's just a terrible spot to be. So a lot of us were getting like super hung up. There's a lot of dudes that wrecked right there. And so that's what he's talking about. You see Ryan get all the way into the zone. Ryan's doing a great job there. But then Cash is a little bit ahead of him. So he's in the best grippy area of the track, right? So it's got to be a double-edged sword for you. It's the same thing you're going to see at Irwindale, but right there in that zone. So I feel like you were ruined because you didn't like chase him into the wall. And then he definitely, if you look at the tire marks, you could see he ran it the pretty much absolute widest that you could on that line.
He went past it for sure.
Yeah,
but like you're saying, though, you're 100% right. Like, I was in a grip section, but the problem is, and you and me both know that if we both go, when you're chasing and you both get in the marbles, more than likely the lead driver's still going to be able to pull away from you.
Yep. Let Ryan go a little bit further. So see how Ryan's back tires? He pretty much went like straight, right? In drifting, it's an arc. It's not going to be straight, but there's the marbles right there. He's up against the wall. It allowed his car to do that like weird straight, you know, and he was that looked like he's the last tire mark on there now.
Yep.
Right. So that's how he's hung up, ruining you.
It almost transitioned a little early too because of that. You know, it's like the car like lost grip and then caught.
Well,
grip
he's facing the
and then sent him in
freaking wall, so he's like trying to just get out of there.
But I mean, when you look at like how early that transition was, like Like he's already starting to swing it, you know.
Yeah. Like he didn't make it all the way to the other wall. I think he was just a little bit nervous that he was not going to make that transition. After it came out that long, because you've already. There's a few things that happen, right? You're like, your mind's like, oh crap, I'm in a bad spot, and then he's probably lost his spring, his spring transition off the car's weight. You slow-moed it just now? Is that a thing?
Yep.
I didn't know
So
you could do that.
the thing is, he kind of also pulled the handbrake or something right there, like his wheel stops.
Yeah.
Right there. Yep.
But I mean, he may be trying to save it. Like you can't. A lot of people were like giving Ryan so much crap for this, and like it really wasn't, 100%. It's not like he did it on purpose.
Yeah, shit happens, dude. Like people
when
understand.
when we get in a bad spot like that, I mean, you're in the moment. You do what you can to not put
this
your
is a double-edged sword. So what did that feel like, getting slammed into the wall like that? That is gnarly, bro.
Hard.
Honestly, so as soon as it happened and I went to step out, like this is where I broke my foot. And as soon as I got out of my car, I was like,
just let it play.
Dude, I broke my foot, and I didn't tell no one at first, and they're like, when I got back to the pits and everyone, I was like, dude, I think my foot's broken. They're like, you're just, it's just adrenaline. I'm like, dude, no, like I know how it feels. Like I'm not a sissy,
Yeah.
And so like, it ended up being broken. I ended up going. I think we drove back, and I got back home like Tuesday. We drove straight back, and I couldn't walk whenever we got back because it was swollen so much, and it was broken for sure.
Which foot was it?
It was my clutch foot. I guess like I kept the clutch pushed in all the way on the floorboard, and just I don't know, something happened and broke the bone right behind like the second toe.
Huh. Wow.
Did it hit the brake pedal and then hit it because of that?
No.
You said you broke your toe?
It broke the clutch. It broke the bone behind my toe and my foot.
Interesting.
On the clutch foot. Wow.
Yeah.
Because the impact's so far away from that.
Because like the impact that happens the other direction.
Are you sure you just didn't fucking
their...
clutch in like a boss and break your foot?
See, if you look, Jeff, like I wasn't that far ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
No, you weren't. Definitely every other view. That's why I wanted Andy to keep playing the video, because this perspective looks so different. Yeah. This is why I always tell anyone who's trying to be a spotter for their friends, you need to sit under the judges, because that's what matters. Mm-hmm. Unless they've got all these replays. Yeah, you're not that bad.
It's just like he just over-angled and I just kind of stuck.
He's got the most.
Because like you're on a good track right here until Ryan throws like a lot of angle,
Yeah, but you're not matching the angle, so you're getting screwed.
Yep.
But
he comes back.
Was matching the angle.
Oh, damn.
Damn. Ay.
And then this is this is just the opposite of Matt Field.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm,
And
we got that one lined up.
And
too.
Osbo.
Yeah.
Bring that one up real quick.
Okay.
Let's watch Osbo and Matt Field, because it's like literally the opposite of this.
Actually, I think that one is...
Where are we
at? Yeah, for sure.
Where is that one? They're not in order.
Here you go. That was it.
That was it? Yep.
No, it wasn't. That was it.
So let's see. Oh, Freddie had like a weird stumble right there in the front end.
Weird double initiation.
Look, Matt's looking pretty good, but
just barely caught him.
Barely, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what happens.
So you gotta wonder, like, it's literally the same thing, but the opposite occurred.
Yeah, but Matt didn't really make a mistake there, you know?
So, well, no. I'm just saying that, like, Matt didn't have maybe as much weight in the transition to push Freddie's car into the wall.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like Osbo, he didn't do what you did.
He clipped bumper to bumper on it. They connected
the difference is,
quarter to panel.
Like I think Ryan Little was like a crash bar or something hooked my front wheel.
Yeah, because Freddie.
Like, whatever happened, it literally threw my car into the wall. It wasn't like we clipped.
Yeah, let's find the drone view. Freddie just barely rubs Field's bumper, and that's what kind of takes him out. God damn advertisements.
Are we going battleships?
We're going battleships. Dude.
Oh damn! Get him! Nailed it!
Sunk him.
Sunk that sucker.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's find drone view of this one, because I mean when you guys hit it was wheel to wheel, rear wheel to front wheel, and just sent you in. This was like a gentle rub, but just enough of a rub to not let him to rotate how quickly he wanted it to, and then it took him in.
This is the same event, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This literally both happened.
Osbo like almost throttled into him right there too.
Line.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's literally the same thing, but maybe just Osbo was on throttle. Oh, look, he's already transitioned.
Yep.
Cash was like off throttle, not transitioned yet. Osbo's already transitioning. Already ready to dive in.
If Ryan would have done that, then maybe I would have been in the same, worse, because I waited to transfer.
Oh,
transition.
that poor Corvette.
Oswald went early.
Oh, God, Nap.
Someone, one of you media dudes out there need to make a compilation of wrecks at Long Beach.
Someone did. They do. I'm in it a lot.
I'm in it a lot. That's terrible.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, well, let's look at more of your wrecks then.
Yeah. All right. So what did the judges say about this? What happened there?
They actually deemed Ryan at fault because he had hung past the zone.
Okay. So you got the win?
So I got the win, but like we tried everything to get the car back there, and it's really glad that we didn't because I would have tried to drive it anyways. And dude, it was so messed up. The strut tower was moved like so bad it wasn't even funny.
And you basically got the win because he was at fault and you couldn't move forward, and since you couldn't fix your car in time, he gets the automatic loss, right? Like, in a sense, had you did fix your car and did go
then
up there,
I would have lost. But still, in my eyes, though, I still would rather try to fix the car and still go, no matter what.
I think that's just people don't understand the rules sometimes, like how that works. Like when you think of Rome and Reeder. In New Jersey, had Rome not fixed his car and stayed off the track,
would have won it. Yeah,
he potentially would have guaranteed himself first place. I think, I believe is what was supposed to happen there because Reeder was potentially at fault for causing the non-fixable car, right? Yeah. So in this situation, Ryan was at fault for you not being able to fix your car in time. But had you did get up there and you put on a crappy show, you would have probably gotten the loss because your car would have been hurt. You wouldn't have been able to get up a good fight, and he would have been, probably 100%. So, yeah, double-edged sword on all these things. And you got to wonder if that rule is right. Is the right person moving forward in that case? It's always questionable.
That rule is questionable to me. Like I'm even on the good end of that side, and it's kind of questionable.
I think, dude, your interview after this is the most replayed part of the entire thing. That's funny.
No, yeah.
It brings it up right there as soon as it goes to your interview. You are a popular guy.
Most replayed.
Yeah, my social media got a lot on that one.
All right.
So how did you feel going home from that one? You were pretty pissed off and hungry to come back at it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really view things that much differently. I just was like, dang, it sucks. Like, the biggest thing was, the drive home was like, I was in pain, and then also at the same time, is the car fixable? Yeah. I just built this brand new car. Like, what are we going to do?
Did you and Ryan talk? So
we fixed it, but, and that was the question. Is like, do I build a new car for next year, new chassis? Because I have another one. I just need to cage it and stuff. But also at the same time, the same exact thing can happen again, so.
But did you and Ryan get a chance to talk after that?
Yeah, Ryan came by my pit after that and he was cool, and I had no harsh things about it, but a lot of people gave him a bunch of crap over it. And it kind of, I felt bad because it wasn't, like I said, I think it's just a perfect storm that happened on that one.
Yeah, that definitely looks like a perfect storm.
Yeah, combination of two small
mistakes. It's not
mistakes.
Like Ryan was chasing me and just T-boned me and drove me right in the wall or something,
No, JTP and Tyler McQuarrie will do that to you, though. Yeah. Watch out for those guys.
So I know Ryan had some interview where he was pretty heated.
Yeah, right after the
murder. No, yeah. It was on the Kevin's Corner.
Yeah.
They posted that.
Did you find that?
I watched it, yeah.
It was pretty serious.
I felt like it was a little too intense.
Oh, I thought you were going to put it up here.
We can bring it up if you want.
Might as well bring it up. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes things happen day of, right? Like,
oh,
and you're pretty pissed off at a driver.
I'm an asshole. In the
You're like at the heat of the moment, like, you know, it's like only been 10 minutes out of the car.
Like the Salt Lake battle.
You don't even fully know what happened yet.
With me and Madison, I was pissed. I was like, I just threw a big angle, I thought, and then I look at the video from the drone, and I'm like, oh, I parked it, dude. Like, I full parked it. Like, whoa, what the heck just happened? Did we lose you?
I think
we lost him.
We lost Cash.
We lost Cash. He'll be back.
He's calling someone to yell at right now.
Oh, he probably got a phone call. That's what happened. It times you out when you get a phone call.
But yeah, I've gotten some heat of the moment.
Yeah, no, I was so pissed. And then when I look back at the footage, and it's even like if I look at the footage right then, it's still not good enough. But when I look at it like the next day, I'm like, yeah, like you're an idiot, dude. Like why'd you do that?
Why yell at that guy?
Why'd you do that? Yeah.
Nah, most of us have all been cool. I'm sure a lot of us have had words to each other, but it goes away 10 minutes afterwards.
Yeah, when your adrenaline's going, when you're in you're.
We haven't had a good NASCAR fight yet, though.
You're like blind to that.
Somebody needs to roll.
It's the same thing when you have like a kid and like your kid's doing something bad and you just like, no, he's my kid. He's perfect. He's this. He's that. You know what I mean? Like it's like nobody sees their kid as being the shitty kid. You know what I mean?
Shitty kid.
Yeah,
We're
the shitty kids. We were the shitty kids, I think.
So I mean, I almost got in a fight with Blues, but he wasn't down.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that was a good one that no one ever saw.
He actually got like mad?
Yeah, he came to my pit. There's a video of that of him coming to my pit and talking shit.
No shit.
And I wasn't too upset about it. So I hit him. Mm-hmm. And is he back? What is that? Windows?
Oh, there
he had I just got done following James Peter Osbo, and then I went to follow him, and this was in the original St. Louis track, like the original one was like super fast and backside.
2018.
So I go to follow him, and this dude's like handbraking in a spot where the rest of us are like floored and clutch kicking it in transition, and I slammed into him, and he's like super pissed. And he comes to talk to me, and I'm like, bro, I didn't know you were going that slow there. And he just was pissed. And the camera kind of caught a little bit of it, of him talking shit. And then after he got done talking shit, I went to his pit. I'm like, bro, I gotta come to my pit and talk shit and just walk off like that. Like, what's up? The FD, Richie comes with this camera and they're like filming it. Actually, Richie took me on the golf cart back to his pit.
Oh, nice.
He was on his little scooter and I couldn't catch him. But I don't know. Wouldn't know.
Alright, I don't know what happened, but I'm back.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Alright, moving on.
Okay. Battle.
Sorry.
Alright,
we're going to St. Louis, you and Gucci.
Wait, so his next battle would have been Atlanta.
The Sorensen? Yeah. I guess we'll do it in order. Yeah.
It was literally the battle right after.
Yeah, so you just got done battling Ryan.
Yeah, and you'd think I would learn and give someone room. So the funny thing about this battle is, I 100% it was my fault right at the beginning. I mean, I made a huge mistake, but I kept drifting, saved it.
We're playing it. Let's see what happens right here, because I have not seen this at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Let's see. Sorensen's doing good. That kid's been doing pretty good all year. All right, you were like super shallow. You tried to get all up in his booty hole. Radius too fast. Let's see. You saved it. You're trying to catch up to him. Good. You're like on the inside right there. This is like literally what we talked about when we said that we think Atlanta's like our favorite track, or when I said that. If you try to get too close on that first turn, it ruins you for the run up the hill.
Yeah, you're done.
You gotta leave a gap right there. All right, so what do you think happened? I mean, he's out nice and wide. You're on the inside.
I hit him. I hit him.
Yeah.
So I'm 100% at fault, right?
Uh-huh.
So, but he's on the inside as well. I hit him because he's all inside to me. But that's, that was separate to what the problem of this battle is to me.
All right, so
but this is the only battle that I 100% feel like the judges got wrong. But you'll see. I catch back up. I'm short tracking the course. I bumper to bumper on transition here. All
right, let's let the second half play then.
Yeah, the second run though is the big tail.
All action, huh? Formula D. Look at all this waiting. Oh, god damn it! We got another ad. Oh, they're just reviewing that.
Yep.
Oh, it's such a.
Now see, he's going inside, but
yeah, he ate that clip pretty good.
But like I said, I'm not even talking about that one, you know?
Yeah. I'm trying to get to, Come on now. Why are they back? Did he call 5 or something?
Maybe.
Yeah, he went and looked at his car.
You got deemed at fault, so he's good as 10. Do you know how this works, bro?
Yeah. I didn't know there was a separate part. I would have lined up both. I didn't know there was a thing here.
That's my fault. I forgot.
It's all good. Looks like we got 2 battles. Damn.
Look at all this.
Yeah, we'll
remove ads. Ad blocker right there.
Yeah, remove all ads right fucking there, huh? Where are we at?
Does anyone pay the $10 for YouTube?
Go. Not I.
You got another play for free now.
Damn it.
What are your
They're
ads
listening
that come
to
up?
us.
All right, what's jumping right here? Let's see.
Nice.
All right, that's a hell of a handbrake pull. All right, we're past
Good
it. That was a
angle on
good
the
little
clip, though.
clip right there.
Little angle reduction, little brakes, that's alright. Looking good. Oh!
Oh, delay. What happened there? What happened there?
Oh, he hits my front wheels, and I tried to stay going but it's on an incline, you know.
Turn off all ads. I swear they're listening to us.
Alright, so let's see here. And he's already got a huge
Boink.
advantage.
Yeah, he boinked it good there. Yeah.
But the thing is, so, like, he just barely taps my front wheels. And, you know, I'm thinking I'm on a great run, you know. Now, the thing is, I clutch kicked to get to the inner clip a little bit. The funny thing is, I asked the judges the prior day, hey, is it okay to do a clutch kick there to get to the inner clip because you can't be on full throttle there, you know? And they said, yeah, that's fine. Like, you know, we know that you can't be in full throttle 100% without doing crazy angle or something to, you know, lose some momentum to get to the inner clip, you know?
Look at the other wheel when it hits you, too. Did I pull the wheel out of your hand?
Yeah, I mean, I tried, but,
yeah.
You know, it's not like I hate that, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see. Where?
Boink, right there.
Oh,
See
yeah,
the other
I
side?
went to the left, you know? It's not like I turned the wheel to the right.
Yeah. Yeah, he hit you good.
Well, you see the wheel go to the right, probably because he hit you.
Yeah.
But not like fully, just a tiny bit.
I went back to the left wheel to save it.
And then what really causes that spin? All right, so again, if people are just listening to this, sorry for you. We're watching the video of Cash against Sorensen, and Sorensen in the keyhole pretty much just hits his back tire on the passenger side. And what really spins you out when that happens is that tire pretty much locked up, right? And that's what slowed the car down and makes it rotate that fast. So you definitely, and I see that you got smoke coming from the back tires, your momentum looked good through there, didn't see any reason for you to be lifted. So you would definitely think you'd blame it on Sorensen for making him spin, right?
Yeah.
But then you got to look back at the first run and go, well, what the hell happened in the first run? So
yeah, but per rule book, there was no incompletes in the first run. So there's incompletes in the second run. Why is there an incomplete? Because the chase car hit the lead car. And so in theory, you know, I'm supposed to have, I would win the battle.
And there's no decel zone in that spot.
Correct. Try and listen to there.
Brandon wins the battle though. But one judge went one more time, and the funny thing is that the whole run can't even be judged one more. It's not even possible to get a one more time out of it, per the rule book.
Yeah.
Let's see what they say.
So, anyways, like I didn't really see it, you know. Like you know, obviously as a driver, we don't watch it until a little bit after. And I tried to protest it, and I walked up there, and they're like, "Well, we may still, you know, allow it." But it was at the end of 32, and I was like the second to last battle or third to last battle. And in all honesty, though, I was late to protest, so that's fine. But they admitted to me, and I was like, well, if you would have protested in time, maybe this would have turned out different, you know. But it just sucked because it was just like, to me, it was clear as day, you know. Like
let's see what they say on here.
They had to watch it like 20 times in front of me to give me an answer.
Yeah.
There just wasn't really an answer.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's not that clear, it's just like you just got to run it again, you know.
Let's listen to that.
Let's try and see if they explain it at all.
The momentum zone ends at the beginning of outside zone 2, and this was beyond that. It was over by inside clip 2, which is on kind of the left side of that bottom hook of that 2, which is the lead driver should be decent. I don't know. I didn't see much slowdown from Hurst. Yeah, so this is outside of our decel area, our momentum zone. So the lead driver should be decelling here, but the chase driver also should be driving into the side of the lead car if that's indeed what happened. You can see there the momentum zone ends at the beginning of outside zone 2, and this was beyond that. It was over by inside clip 2, which is on kind of the left side of that bottom hook of that horseshoe area. So definitely outside of the momentum zone area, and this will come down to who slowed or who sped up. So let's watch this live, like at full speed again, and really see. Look at Hurst's momentum here. Is he slowing down? Yeah, it kind of looks like he slowed down just before impact. It was there is also a shared fault that the judges can go with, so it can either be shared fault, driver A or driver B.
So you can hear a pop from your car.
I mean, I'm admitting that I clutch kicked to go to the next clip, but like I asked the judge, I said, can you floor it from outside zone 2 to inner clip? And they said no. And I was like, okay, so is it a problem that I clutch kicked there? No.
So
I was like,
so
what's the problem? You know what I mean?
Here, let's hear Ryan's full explanation. Here, let's turn it over now. Explanation. Let's see, he's probably going to ask Ryan right now.
Birthday weekend continues as he moves on. Jonathan Hurst.
Yes, no, freaking advertisement. Normally Ryan will say, yeah. Normally Ryan will say, here's why he won, here's why he lost, here's how he went. So it sounds like they put you at
Chris,
Make
fault.
it perform the way the other cars are performing, so it's able to keep up now. But it really looked gripped up yesterday, and I'd like to see him take a little bit of that grip out of the car, hopefully, and drive it a little more.
Oh, they're talking about these
smoothly throughout
assholes.
the course,
Yeah, I mean, his spotter is up here saying 13.
So do you remember what they told you? Did they tell you that you were at fault, or it was shared
a lot
fault?
of pressure. He was the chase.
No, they put
There
it
was
on me.
maybe a little bit tighter line there from the chase driver as they come through inside clip 1. There was contact, and then the spin occurred. You could see that in the chase position.
You can listen to that again?
No, I'm not seeing her slowing down to the point where like it should be an issue here.
So,
as we said earlier, if you're not close,
like he clutch kicked, but it's like
find Matt Field's first battle. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he slowed down way more than me, and they blamed it on Eves.
Find Matt Field's first
Really?
battle.
Okay.
It's going to be right here in the same.
Hopefully there's a no, nobody has a time slot there. Do you know where that battle was?
Did he qualify first again?
That was the very first battle.
Yeah, very first battle.
Very first run, too.
Matt's making it easy. Qualify first. So, same instance, right? You got dude who qualified number 1, jamming up the hill, killing it. I remember there being a similar incident. And so, I mean, homie's blowing it behind him, pretty much. Looked like he was driving straight. Matt's filling the zone, little tire off, so he would be slowing, but this dude just drove right up into his tire. Look, he's still on the gas. He's like, let's go, boy. Yeah. His freaking Osuna person right there. I'm going to push you through, don't worry, we got this.
He's trying to push his front.
Yeah, go, we're good. We do that to each other all the time.
Hell yeah.
Go, you're good.
You can't do it when you're
And no, look at Matt Field throw his hands up. He's like, you fucking guy. Doesn't he work on his car and build his car and all that stuff?
Yeah.
He's probably pissed. You're off the team, dude.
And then what happened at the previous round? The car basically got totaled by Osbo, and then his next battle, same thing. You're in the same boat as him.
Oh, he was a pinball all year long.
Makes contact. He's spinning, and this dude's just still on throttle.
I mean,
still on throttle.
So
still okay. There.
You would think that this would set the precedence for the rest of the day, though. But then Cash kind of gets screwed later on.
Well, my thing is though, like Brandon didn't have to. You know, like he already won the battle basically. Like literally, I told my spotter, I was like, "Hey guys, we're just gonna put on a show for the fans and try to run my best possible run, and then that's it. You know, we're gonna lose this one."
But that's good on Brandon.
I was like, wait, we might win. You know.
That's good on Brandon. You don't want to see someone put on a crappy run in the back, knowing that they have a win. I mean,
not.
I would prefer to just always go out there, balls to the wall.
Yeah, for sure.
So I would say that, you know, Matt coming into this was his lead, so there wasn't even a Matt having the chance to chase. I think later on he does. In your guys' instance, so what, they either deemed it that you were at fault, or it was shared fault, and then went back to the first run, and the first run that you hit him, and you know, I think you were kind of at a loss either way, unless they just deemed him at fault.
Then it would have been OMT.
Then, well, I don't think it would have been OMT. He would have just got the one technicality because the first run he didn't incomplete. So I vote shitty call.
He said he didn't.
What do you vote?
I vote shitty call. All right,
we vote shitty call.
Yeah. I think they're weighing your clutch kicking and your slowing down too heavily. It's like you have to slow down there to make the clip. There's no way to keep up.
The only thing about this year, though, is that the decel light, it was so weird. We had a meeting at Seattle, and the judges explained the decel light, and then they were like, "Hey, Kevin, that's right, isn't it?" And Kevin's like, "No," and they were like, "What?" And so I felt like they were judging this decel light, improperly in a way. Every year we drove, it's like, for instance, at Seattle, there's always a little red spot right before you come off the bank. Well, this year they take it away because they say we don't decel enough to, put the light on. Mm-hmm. But everybody knows that we're having to slow down there.
Yeah.
For you not to put that spot for the fans to see that, I feel like it's horrible.
I feel like the decel light is kind of following the same way as the third brake light did when it first came out. Because the third brake light made left foot braking like a really bad thing in the beginning. I don't know if you guys remember that. People were upset that the left foot like Odie, for example, drove with a lot of left foot back in the day, and people were saying that's decel, they're on the brakes or this and that, and it wasn't for a while did they realize that we have to left foot in a lot of places on the track. We're not slowing down, we're just adjusting the trajectory of the car, Did
ProSpec have a decel light this year?
No, we don't have decel light, no.
Yeah. So for those of you guys that don't know what the hell a decel light is, we've got this little red strip that's up on our window, and it replaced what was the brake light, and now this mysterious light comes on. Nobody really knows how it comes on. You would think it's just decelling, but it's not just slowing down. It has to be decelling at a certain, probably G over a certain amount of time.
It's a rate to time. So you have to slow down
substantially
in a short time.
Yeah, you have to abruptly shut down, or not shut down, but slow down. Mm-hmm. I've never seen my light come on all year. I feel like I don't think my lights come on. I don't know. It's really hard to see it in the day. You don't see these guys' lights come on, do you? I don't see those freaking lights come on.
No.
I don't know. I've never seen my light come on.
Yeah. I think the only time I've seen the light come on is St. Louis.
Yeah. All right. So we deemed that one a shitty call. Let's look at your next one, because for some reason you've got entertaining shitty calls going on. Well, no, the first one I don't think was a shitty call. It was just a shitty situation.
Yeah.
So here's you and the goosh.
So, we'll just watch it first.
Yeah. Let's watch this.
Jonathan Hurst giving chase.
Got them green lights though.
Through that start chicane.
Let's go, money! Bam! Why are you hitting him?
Who's at fault? I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe. Could we consider that a collision? I think that we can. That's the level above contact. So we have a couple of different. Ooh, that looks like that looks way worse.
Dude, the drone all up in everyone's business is amazing. Mm-hmm. The fact that a drone can just fly around the cars like that, see your fender falling off, right? I wish that we could just hear some mics and hear you cussing, hear Gucci cussing. So earlier in the day, I slammed into Gucci. Coming out of the hairpin, and I broke something on his, I guess, well, that'd be his driver's side, right? Is he my driver?
So that impact happened.
Yeah, I slammed into his car. It took him all day to fix it, and then you go and slam into him. So that's good.
Where it happened, you could see that was.
All right, so right from the get-go, it looks, I don't know, it's hard to say, right? It just looks like you slammed into this dude, but there's also, we got to say, did he decel abruptly, too much, yada yada. It's in a zone where he should be, full throttle and sending it.
It does seem like he just didn't get on.
I watched this one a bunch when it happened.
He's braked right there.
Well, how you feel about it, Cash?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, in the moment, I was extremely mad because I completely thought he didn't get on throttle at all. And just from the driver's seat, we feel it differently, than anyone else can see it. But I was I was very heated because I went back and I told Kevin, and I was like, there's no effing way. I was going off, there's no way they're putting this on me. And they're like, well, we're waiting and seeing. And they made me sit to the side and wait. And they're like, it's on you. I'm like, oh, I'm still so mad. And then I rewatched it. And my biggest thing about it is St. Louis is a slow corner, or is a slow run-up. You don't need to slow down to enter that turn. We do pull the handbrake, but never do you. I think you should be hitting your brakes to enter that turn.
Yeah.
And he hits his brakes to enter. Now whether or not the way that judges explained it to me was like they can't fault some for how to initiate. Like they said you're allowed to hit the brakes, but right there, just so you know, like he pulled the handbrake and hit the foot brake at the same time, and I just don't think you should do that.
Well, he hit foot brake on initiation right there, which makes sense, but then he hits it again right after that.
No,
well,
it's left foot brake.
No, your brake light should never come on when you pull the handbrake.
Yeah, but right.
I don't think that's true. You got to use in Atlanta. You're like
no.
Your clutch and brake and handbrake.
No, absolutely. But I'm saying at this track, I don't feel like you should be on the foot brake and the handbrake at the same time to initiate here.
Mm-hmm. Because
you're not slowing down for the turn. You're actually going to speed up for the turn.
Yeah, because I didn't use handbrake for initiation there. I would just feint and then do like a dab of foot brake to kind of tuck me into the zone, and then I'd be kind of like pretty much full throttle with like a little bit of left foot from there. But like what I'm seeing here is like Gushi's coming in, he's on the brakes, and then he should be accelerating right here, And then he slows down again right there, and that's just when you hit him, I'm just wondering what was the reason for him to be decelling again right there after you pretty much already initiated, and you should have had just a big sweeping momentum through that corner.
Out of watching these 3 videos, I've definitely noticed one thing. Cash initiates way too far on the inside on everyone.
Yeah, I did.
Like your front tire is in front of his front tire again.
Yeah, and if I had to, on this run actually, like through the year, like or before I talked to the judges, like I was more upset with them, like at a way, like I'm getting screwed again, like how is this happening 2 times this year? Well, then I like watched it and talked to them, and like I had more of an understanding. Like they had a tough job on this one. I feel like. It's very difficult, to go both ways.
Wasn't it his birthday?
It's just I got, the bad end to me because I'm the driver that got the bad end of the deal, so I feel that way. But it's just tough, on that one too. I feel like because you can say I initiated on the inside, like Jeff's saying. I could say, well, Ken was on the brakes on initiation. I feel like you shouldn't be on the brakes, but it's just like that's maybe his style. And
well, I have an interesting opinion on this one, maybe. Which is different from the other 2. I feel that technically by the rule book, you're at fault, but technically by the rule book, but at the same time by what should be occurring, the rule book's kind of written wrong per se. Like Goosh, I don't see why you'd be handbrake, so that means your left foot's on the clutch. Your right foot's now on the brake pedal. This is not a decelling style, of course. You're definitely like initiating. I'm initiating with a clutch kick into this usually, and maybe I'll pop the handbrake just to add angle if I need to. Maybe set it right there in the zone. But so him decelling right there is one thing, and then his feet have to both go over, and then he's on the gas and then on the brake. So that means that if he's on right foot's on the brake, that means his right foot's also not on the gas, right? So it took that much longer to take both feet off to get to the other side. Right foot on the gas, left foot on the brake. Then to start getting the gas, and then he's left foot braking immediately, and then you hit him. So he's just going into this slow, and you probably just chased me and everyone else that's fucking hauling ass through there.
Another thing I look at is like Cash hits him with more angle than Gushi has. So he's like angling up to try and slow it down, and Gushi's braking with less angle and not using the angle to slow down essentially.
Yeah, you can't angle too hard on this course though. I mean, you angle too hard on this course, it's really hard to run.
Also, like I hit him, and like I thought he was going to be able to keep going, so I clutch kicked again and go again. And he stopped, and I was like, I felt bad. Because
why didn't you keep going, bro? Why didn't you keep going? I feel like you got deemed the right. Technically the rule book you got ruined, but if you can throw away the rule book and did the better man go forward? No.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're
like,
slowing down
I love
too much
Ken
right
too.
there.
Just, it wasn't like, I think Ken thought I was a little mad at him maybe because I was extremely heated in the moment, but it was nothing against, like him personally or nothing. I love Ken. Ken's been one of the nicest dudes since I got into Pro 1.
What the hell? I'm not nice, bro.
You are, but I'm just saying, when I first got in, I showed up to Atlanta, Ken came over and talked to me and stuff, it was like, hey, welcome and stuff like that. It was just, I remember that.
Who else wrecked right here like you did this day?
Dean Kearney, Justin Pollock and Dean Kearney maybe? I don't know, but they deemed it the other way. the lead car's fault, but it looked a little bit different though.
I feel like if Ken was on the right line, I don't know, because it's just like watch where Ken initiates. Like he's a car length from the edge of the track right there, you know.
Yeah.
And he still just never gets really out there.
Can we watch Chelsea's run real quick? Because it blows my mind every time.
Dude, it literally does blow my mind.
Like, I don't know where it's at. Like, does Chelsea just have another gear he's not telling anyone about? Like, his wheel speed through there and the amount of angle he can pull off. But it bit him in the ass and he, like, drove off the track or something like an idiot. But it looked dope as hell.
I did that too.
Yeah. I freaking, behind Matt, I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but I just pretty much spun out behind him.
Someone in the comments here? No link in the comments here.
You keep saying things about the comments.
Well, in the top 16 comments, there's a bunch of links that people put, like, you know, this battle's at this time, and you can just click that link, and then it adjusts the timeline to.
So let's see. I think you got hosed 1 out of 3 times.
Okay.
So what was your opinion about the year? You were pretty upset about the judging, or you were down with it?
Oh no, dude. I mean, I was upset the one time, but you know that I don't know. I'm not gonna. I feel like they do have a tough job. Just sometimes in the meetings when we're talking about stuff like the decel light thing or momentum, whatever they want to call it. But I think something needs to be addressed with it because I don't know if you remember, Jeff, but they 100%. There was not an agreement between Kevin, which is the guy that designed the thing, to the judges, and that was like over halfway through the year.
Yeah.
So they straight up admitted, you know, like they were caught off guard in the middle of the drivers' meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think there's like a little bit of a disconnect on that light between everybody.
Yeah, I don't know how well that light's really helping. I think the only possible person that it caught all year long, I think, was Forsberg and Chelsea or something in Seattle.
Yeah.
And that's like the only battle that it kind of worked on where someone got maybe screwed or maybe not screwed by that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I agree.
I don't know. I mean, judges are probably right 90% of the time, but 90% of the calls are pretty easy to make.
Yeah.
It's that, 10% and then not even 5% where it's like, God damn, I don't even know who can call this, That's a tough one. And usually you'd say just send it one more time, but if 2 cars are broken or a situation like that, it's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And then you're also bound by the rules that are pre-written because you can't rewrite the rules on the spot. So you're stuck with whatever the rule is, even if the judge wrote it or Kevin wrote it or some judge prior to you and you didn't get rid of the rule. So,
For sure.
I had my stupid hatch situation.
Yeah.
And I didn't protest it. I should have protested because then I could have probably gotten points afterwards for the scenario that occurred. But I asked Kevin about it and I asked Ryan about it, and they're both like, well, I didn't write the rule and I didn't write the rule. I'm like, who the hell wrote the rule? And then I'm pretty sure one of them wrote the rule, but they wrote it years before.
It's probably Alex Pfeiffer, to be honest. He was the first one to draft their first rule book.
Yeah, that's got to be terrible. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, that's why.
I'm drunk where you when you wrote that, sucker. Damn. So I mean, either way, they're bound by certain rules.
Yeah, also our team kind of we tried to protest the one time in Atlanta, and then we were going to protest at St. Louis, but now we're kind of at a point where we're just going to go with whatever the call is. We're done protesting unless it's just something really stupid,
I dig you.
Yep.
Well, how was the rest of your year?
How's the what?
How'd the rest of your year go?
It was okay. I mean, there was no other really controversy stuff. I just I went up against Forsberg in Seattle, and my head wasn't there because I just hit the wall huge for power steering belt came off in qualifying. Then my in practice belt came off again, but I didn't hit the wall luckily. So I just wasn't there mentally, even though usually I don't care. So I lost straight up against Forsberg. I spun 3 times in the rain, where I told you not to run the wall in Irwindale.
No need to talk about that.
Dude, I really love driving in the rain. I've driven in the rain so much, and I was so confident going against Turk in Irwindale, and I spun on my sight lap, my lead lap, and my chase lap in the exact same spot.
That wasn't rain though. That was at Irwindale. That spot is just a disaster. I mean, the whole top line. It's the same thing with Long Beach. it's got that built-up rubber over years and years of being the same exact spot, and it's even in the dry, it felt terrible, right? In the dry, it felt like it had no grip, and you could get lost there. So as soon as it got wet, it was just like this is over. So freaking kudos to Osbo, like holy crap, how he was able to just run that line. I was like, dude, did they take that axle out? Like, how's he doing that? Right? Did they turn off the diff?
Well,
what did they do?
Dude, in all honesty, Turk did the same thing. He ran the wall in our battle. I don't even know how.
Yeah, that's wild. What the hell did he do? Maybe he just lifted. He knew to lift 15 feet before it. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, you think about it. Like, I thought about that on my third run. I'm like, okay, well, I'm definitely not going to spin here now. And then I still spun there. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, even like in the rain, you got to be super smooth. Even if you lift, you've now disrupted the car that much harder because you lifted abruptly, and so it's going to want to spin. Like they just maybe they just.
I mean,
plan it.
I made it very clear. I made it clear to you, Jeff, don't run that on spot.
Maybe that's their trash control.
Yeah, you made it clear.
It's the Papa.
My only thing was like, if I was going to win and if I was going to beat Turk, I had to run that line, right?
Yeah.
So that was the only way that because you knew Osbo was going to do that. I wasn't sure if Turk was going to or not. But if I had a chance of doing it, I had to check it. I think my only problem is I half-assed it. I tried to do it. It didn't really work. I'm like, all right, let's try it again. Tried it again and swoop. Yeah, second. But there's no need to talk about that. We're talking about you.
We covered that last time.
You say they ran the wall, though, like in the rain. When it actually rained, Jeff, no one ran the wall. They all pulled off of
No, Osbo ran the wall the whole time. I think only for top 16 he didn't run the wall.
Exactly. There was a couple of runs.
Yeah.
Osbo stayed
He's 8, 4, and first. He was up there.
Yep.
Not caring. Just being all in the region. Right. He was on a cruise. Hanging out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like, this is like the ice at home.
Yeah. He's got the Sim Cube thing now.
Yeah, but still, dude, that was just crazy.
Yeah. So your whole year went pretty good. So you're pretty fresh into the sport, right? You're not jaded like probably Andy is. I'm pretty jaded too. Let's say you got a couple new guys who are just getting into the sport listening to you. Some of your fans hop on. You got a message for these guys? Like, is it achievable? What's your kind of... Did you spend a lot of money this year? Could a new guy follow your footsteps and get into this? Or are you putting down a bad path that no one should follow?
I mean, it's personally what they want. Like, it's kind of stupid what I'm doing in a way. Even now I realize, like, man, like, I'm going so broke trying to do Formula Drift and all this stuff. But at the same time, like, I just live by this thing and, like, I only going to live once. And, I'm going to do everything I can to keep doing it as long as I can to a certain extent. And if that means this is, 23 is my last year, so be it. But I know that at least I'm going to make 23 and give it my best shot. I think for anybody else that's coming up, you better make sure it's what you really, really want. And I don't care how broke you are or what you don't have or what you do have, you can definitely make it happen. It just 100% relies on you, and that's it. Like, you can probably show up by yourself with one guy and at least make a presence if you can drive or put together a well-built car. So it just depends on what all goes on.
Nice. So you're are you balling? You're obviously not balling, right?
Nope.
Is that a 4-story house you live in? Is that?
Yeah, it's under 1,000 square foot, but yeah, I have a house at least.
You got a bidet?
What?
You got a bidet?
No.
All right, yeah, then he's not balling. No.
Not balling. Those bidets. Why do they always keep them warm?
I don't know.
My buddy's got a bidet thing
nice
in his
and
house.
warm.
I don't know. You sit on it. It's like,
you're not supposed to drink from it.
Was someone already sitting here?
Yeah. It's not a water fountain.
No. No, but I just don't like how the seats are already warm. Like someone was just warming it up for you.
Yeah.
Musty.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
Have you sat on a bidet? Do you go full throttle when you use it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Full throttle. So yeah, that's
actually the reason why I'm even staying in it is because Jeff here. He gave me some good words. Dude, I was at the end of the year, I was kind of down, man. I was like, usually I'm pumped up and like all about being this underdog, and now like I kind of took a step back and was like, man, I don't really know what's really worth it. And Jeff gave me some words. He may have been drinking a little bit, but he just got his first And
hell, Bobby, I was drunk and high when I said that to you. I just got third place. It was like 4 a.m.
What was that?
You didn't even take the supercharger off. I'm actually very upset.
Oh, that was because that was an Edelbrock thing, and I paid for this Harrop supercharger. So
Oh, okay.
they weren't getting free publicity.
Yeah, for sure.
Done way too much free stuff for people. Trying to earn.
Yeah.
Time to make that money.
But no, Jeff gave some good words of encouragement. And it's just cool to hear that stuff too. You know, sometimes it's what you need to stay motivated and keep going.
I've had some words of encouragement from Jeff. Yeah.
Yeah,
I write them down.
I mean,
Keep them in my pocket.
I mean, it's tough, man, when you're showing up with all these, other people that are. Some people have a bunch of money, some people don't. But it is what it is. So
what's the easy breakdown on how much money you've spent? How much money do you think you spent this year? Like, what's your easy breakdown on what you've spent?
I think it was somewhere near like $47,000 for Pro 1 this year.
That's good.
Maybe a little really less. Good. I don't know. It was funny because like Pro 2, I was looking up how much I spent in 1 year was like $11,000. Actually, someone called me the other day and was like, "Hey, how much did you spend in Pro 2?" And I was like, "Man, I'm the wrong guy to ask." And they're like, "Why?" I'm like, "I'm going to give you an answer that nobody is thinks obtainable." So
yeah. And then, it also comes down to how many tires did you use? Were you successful that year? Because if you had an unsuccessful year where your car broke all year long and you're like, oh, I only spent, 15, 20 grand. You're like, but you sat in your freaking pit all year long, and that was just beer money and drunk money. And so that's, not a true
I feel like those years
too.
I spend more because I spend more fixing the car.
Yeah. I think there's only been maybe 1 round, maybe 2 rounds in my entire Pro 2 and Pro 1's year that I've actually showed up to the round and had all the tires and could go and practice as much as I could. And my first 2 years, or my first year in Pro, or Pro Spec, or Pro 2 or whatever, I actually was bringing in Zenith tires and using them for practice, and then I'd have to switch over to the other tires for official practice and comp.
Nice. Yeah.
So I was doing it as cheap as I could, but
cheater.
I was successful though for Pro 2 though. And then my third year I could have won the champion. I mean, I lost the championship over buy runs, which really, really sucked to see. But
dude, I hate buy runs. Buy runs are the worst.
It's because you crash on.
Buy runs suck.
He always crashes on his buy runs here, so he doesn't like them very much.
So do you think it's smart for someone in Pro Spec to move up right now, going into next year?
It depends on them, man. It's not anybody else's position to say. It's got to be what that person specifically wants. If that's what they want to do, and that's their goal, and that's all they want to do, and they want to achieve, then go. You have to be the deciding factor. You can't listen to anybody else. I feel like a lot of people told me, don't go to Pro Spec or Pro 2 at the beginning, and I still did. People told me don't jump up to Pro 1, and I still did. So, and I don't regret any of the moments. I'm glad I didn't stay back another year. If not, I would just got burnt out quicker and then maybe not even made it to Pro 1, Because anything can happen, man. Pro Spec isn't easy. You only get 4 rounds, man. 1 round your car breaks and your points are done,
Yeah, I got lucky with that one. That nothing went bad. I actually didn't have a round where I just sat on the sidelines, or I would have, wouldn't have made it.
So you ended up 16th this year, you said? 17th?
No, I actually finished better. My first year which was 16th or 17th. This year was 18th or 19th.
Got it.
So it's about middle pack.
Bro, I had a gang of years where I finished 32nd, 33, 30th.
Yeah, that's real good for your first
I
couple
had
years,
so many terrible years. And then finally Pro 2 came around, and I was like, dude, I'm going to bite the bullet because I suck, and I'm not getting any practice. And back before there was Pro 2, you were in a field of 70 cars, and I was they would split it up into 2 run groups. You had your top 30 run group and then your bottom 30 run group. So the bottom 30 had more cars, and I was usually the guy in 30th, 2nd position or whatever. So I'd be the best of the worst. But regardless, You go to run, and then here's this dude who's never been here, goes immediately in the kitty litter in Atlanta, and sweet, you lose in practice like crazy. So I know this is what pro spec is like. Because you got the new booties just going to the freaking in the kitty litter.
Well, it's just hard to
put
tell
oil down the track
if you can get good tandem practice.
You don't get any good practice.
Yeah, you don't really throw it down in practice.
I personally, my biggest advice to people that are moving up is either you feel like you can come and lead the track first or second lap, and throw down a qualifying lap in third and three. If you can't do that, I feel like you shouldn't be able to. You don't need to come.
Yep.
Because there's been a couple times this year, I missed all practice, and then my first or second lap was qualifying, you know, and then I would throw down a good lap at least. But especially in Pro 2s, man, there was many times that my most laps I got was 7. I think I always did 6 laps. I would put a limit at 6 laps because that's the tires I had. To make it all to the finals. I can only do 6 practice laps, and the rest of my tires I can make it.
I did a whole year of Pro 2 in the E30 and only went through 14 tires.
Jeez. But that was because you broke a lot, though.
Yeah, that's how bad it can get, as far as not making practice. We did our qualifying lap at every round that year. We didn't miss any rounds, but we only went through 14 tires the entire year because we got so little practice. We got zero. We didn't move past
per round.
Yeah, we didn't move past top.
Crazy.
We didn't move past top 8 at any point. So it was 14 tires the entire year. Yeah.
So with what you were saying about if someone can't throw down and get that lap and qualify within 3, it reminded me of a story, and maybe someone in the comments can tell us who did when they did this. Jeff Stoneback. I didn't know who he was. All I heard was, damn, that's the first time that dude even drove that car. And I believe this was at Long Beach. I know it was at Long Beach for sure. He had come from the East Coast, came in, and I think in a brand new 14. Maybe it might have looked like a 15, but it was a 14. Laid down a lap, and from what I heard was that was his first and only lap of the day and qualified in, and he had just come from Pro-Am. There was no going into Pro 2 or Pro 2 at the time, and then so he came in, freaking smashed it first lap. I was like,
Born shredder.
That's a fucking badass driver right there, and that's what you got to be able to move up in these ranks, right? So if you are at home and you want to move up, if you can't nail a course in freaking 3 laps, you really need to be able to do it in 1. But if you can't do it in 3, for sure, that's
it'd be a good experiment to do a whole Pro-Am series and not do any practice. Just do your qualifying lap and your competition laps with no practice and see how you do. If you can do all right with that, then, I'd say, go for it.
In all honesty, though, another huge thing that's helped now is a sim,
Oh, yeah.
Basically, I go throw, a new track comes up, cool, we go throw down a lap with the boys, and then, boom, I go out there, and first or second lap, I feel like I've been there, all day.
Well, since you said it, what is your sim setup? Do you got a picture of it right here? Are we near it? Are you naked?
I'm not near it, but it's just a Fanatec setup, the V2 belt drive.
Same thing I got right here.
That's what I got. That is the jam. The dudes that have the Thrustmaster, not that they suck, but I don't think that they replicate a real car. Right? The Thrustmasters and the what's the other one called? Logitech.
Yeah.
I had a Logitech. That thing is just straight up garbage.
I tried it. It is garbage. And then you came here. I kind of got you onto this
I came to Andy's place. I just hopped on here.
I ruined him twice.
I VR'd it.
Yeah.
And dude, immediately was like, oh, look, I am a professional driver. I can do laps. Went home to my Logitech, was like, this sucks. Nothing feels right here. And if you really want to use sim to hone your skill,
worth the investment.
At least get a Fanatec.
So much.
Right?
Yeah, it's going to cost you like a grand or so, couple grand to get a computer and get a good setup going, but the amount of seat time you get out of it and
thousands
the amount
of laps.
The amount it can set you up for your next event is crazy. I had my laps down for Salt Lake and Orlando and every round. We had our laps down before.
Isn't that why you just took in Orlando?
What's that? Yeah. I did 700 laps or so on that.
700 laps. Probably ain't even lying.
Yeah.
How many laps have you done on yours?
There's an hour rating on Assetto. You can go to.
Have you looked at your hour?
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
I want to know how many hours you got, bro.
I don't know. I can check my.
Probably not that many. I haven't played a lot. I mean, I'll play, but not like crazy amount.
Look, we're gonna see how many hours he has on here right now. Let's see. What is this?
Oh, dude,
Dallas?
I bet
Where
it's
is
the
it?
same.
Under here?
Hately Drift. It's probably under your games.
Where's the games at?
It says games, friends, games, Steam View, games.
New games library?
Yeah,
There it is.
Seta.
1,005 hours I have on it.
That's not as much as I thought. Wait, that's not. I wonder if it counts through Content Manager.
I don't know.
Last
to be
2
honest.
weeks, 21 hours.
Because 1,000 a week, I feel like, for Andy.
Yeah.
I feel like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
got to be weak, bro. That's
Yeah.
not enough.
No, that isn't. I play more than that. I feel like.
No,
more
I
than
think
that.
Andy plays all the time. So.
Yeah, I do.
But this is a new computer.
Yeah, that's true.
You had to re-download everything.
Yeah. So that's probably 1,000 on this new computer. Yeah.
How long have you had the new computer?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Not long. Only this year.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've only been on it for a
He's
couple
just
years
no
now.
idea.
Did you
He was
play?
like, I just got this computer 2 weeks ago.
Did you play anything else before Assetto, or was it just you just hopped on this and this is the first time you've been on Sims?
No. Played with, went to Inspect Performance, Stookie, and then they had a couple Sims.
Mhm.
They had the Fanatec set up. I didn't want to spend that much money, and then I hopped on there, same thing as Jeff. Jeff was, I got on it, I'm like, holy crap,
Like,
I can actually drive these cars.
Yeah, this is
So
beneficial.
then I instantly was like, yep, I'm going to buy one of these, and so I ended up doing it and building one.
Yeah.
It's worth it. I
Did
feel
you
like.
did you play Forza or Gran Turismo or anything like that back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played Forza. Actually, we played with you, Treadmaster.
Oh, okay.
Me
Yeah.
and Treadmaster played with you on there a lot, but then you were using a wheel and stuff then too, and
Yeah.
you could tell you're much faster than us with it. 'Cause
Yeah.
you could be
Yeah.
smooth.
Yeah, it was tough to be smooth on Forza, but like I feel like it doesn't matter what game you're playing as far as like driving fundamentals, as far as like braking zones, turn in, line, timing, all that shit. It all can be done on like any sort of simulator, whether it's Forza or Gran Turismo or whatever. You might not be able to drift on there great, but learning how to drive and learning your braking points and learning all those things, like you can learn all that with a controller and Forza or whatever, because that's how I learned how to drift essentially was on a controller and then transferring that to a regular wheel. And like I feel like a lot of drivers like Jeff here, I don't know if you had this problem too, where if they're not like a dedicated video game driving person, they transition over to sim and they end up kind of having a hard time in the beginning because they can't feel the car itself. You can't feel the movement, you can't feel the weight transferring, all that. I had no problem with that because I learned how to drive without that. I learned how to drive on Gran Turismo or whatever. Did you have any issues with that at all, or were you just hop in and go?
No.
Okay.
I had it for a little while, and then someone was like, dude, you need to get VR, and then it was like a game changer then, for sure.
Yeah,
VR was the game changer for me. The
Yeah.
wheel and
Yeah, I
VR.
like
Like, you
it.
can have crappy pedals, crappy shifter, crappy handbrake.
Good wheel in VR, and you're gonna have.
And to that point of what you were saying, if people are curious, you can road race with any of these wheels, and they're fine. And what it is the wheels just don't rotate back and forth fast enough with the right amount of feedback, and that's where Logitech fails pretty bad. And especially if you go and take the plastic small wheel off and try to put a bigger wheel on, it just gets slower and worse.
I think that's the center spring effect. I think is what does that.
Maybe
It's
it's
like
just-
the feeling of the Logitechs around middle was so bad.
they don't have enough torque in the motors to be able to
'Cause
rotate.
You could run
and the
like
Thrustmasters are similar.
as long as you were going like big angle to big angle, the Logitechs and the cheap wheels are okay. But if you're running like Irwindale, where you're doing like that quick switchback,
That's where it
you
was the
felt
worst.
nothing,
Yeah.
like nothing. You'd switch back and you'd switch back this way, and it'd just be a full guess as to where you were grabbing the wheel.
Best way I can describe it is it felt like driving a Corolla with no power steering and like bad caster where the front's just dragging with bad front tires. Because I've driven some of those and that's what it felt like. It was like, this is just numb. You're just guessing where your front wheels are pointing.
Yeah, almost like, or maybe like driving a stance car. Because it had such shitty grip at the straight line, but when you turned, it was all right. It sat at a good angle, a good camber angle or whatever. But when you went straight, there was just no grip.
Never really driven a stance car.
Neither have I. We should try drifting a stance car.
Have you driven a stance car, bro?
Yeah, I had one. Well, it didn't have crazy camber though.
See, that's what I want. I want to drive one of those freaking Honda Civics with the 27 degrees,
I haven't done that.
45 degrees of camber.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got with Cash? Let's Cash. We're just gonna add you to the rest of our thing. Do you got to run? You good?
Well, I mean, sure, I guess.
He's trapped now.
Andy had some more videos. I don't know. He's got all of his YouTube goodness up there. I don't know what's happening. What else do you got? You want to start on the left?
How are you going to contact
go
me
to
last minute and me be the only guest from the night?
Well, there may not have been a guest. I mean, I had in and out a minute ago.
It's
That could have been a
because you're
guest.
so cool.
You're super cool, bro. Yeah. Listen, you think we planned this? I
Oh,
don't
hold
plan
on.
any of
I
this.
want to show Jeff real quick. This is one of Jeff's best fans. He's going to show his appreciation for Jeff here.
What's going to happen?
He just really likes you, and he's
Yeah?
just showing his appreciation for you here. Just
Alright,
give it a minute. It's the
alright.
big guy in the middle. See, look how much he appreciates you. Look, see?
Oh, yeah. Terrible. Get kicked off YouTube real quick.
All right, I saved that one. Where's the one with you?
This is what you watched hours of YouTube
Yeah,
for?
he's like, oh, I gotta save that one.
All right,
I put it in my notes.
All right, what
goddammit.
battle is this?
This is you and Reader.
Oh,
This
me
is-
and
this is-
Reader.
So explain what happened in this battle.
We
real
gotta
quick.
get Reader on. You know what? But do you have me and Essa?
Before this?
Yeah. Because I think it'd be worth it to
the
watch
top
me.
32 one?
Yeah. I
Okay,
think
I
it'd be
can pull it
watch
up.
it to worth that first.
Okay.
And because it's really interesting how you get two different views from the judge's opinion. And I would like to hear Cash's thoughts and your thoughts before I tell you what I think.
Okay.
It's two different outcomes.
Oh God.
I win both of them. Let's see. So, yeah, top 32 all action.
You know where you were at?
Oh, I don't remember. I'm like Cash. Who remembers these things, bro?
You gotta remember these things.
Why would I remember these
Just
things,
remember
bro?
it. Because it's so
Oh, I went up against Field, so later on, so I probably wasn't too far after him. No? Keep going, keep going, keep going.
This is back when Jeff
There it
had
is.
luck.
Yep, here we go.
When I had what? What do you say?
Jeff had a mullet?
Nothing.
Here I go, here I go!
Luck.
I'm like, look at me! Well, it's almost backwards for a
Angle out,
second.
Missed the zone.
Yep.
Shit.
Look at me go, bro! Where you at, Doug? Come get me, come get me. Totally, I got in the zone. I was fully missing it. I don't think the other tire made it.
You can't talk like that because you can't blame him for being back. You messed up the beginning too much.
It's your fault, Jeff.
It's my fault.
Yeah.
So he's like 4 car lengths behind.
Mm-hmm.
Did I mess up the beginning
Yeah,
of
but
that? Let's see it.
I feel like you
I mean,
messed
he
up
got a
the
lot of
beginning
angle.
too
There was
much,
a
so-
lot of wavering on the initiation.
Yeah, I'm still not good with this car on entry.
Yeah.
This car, for me, gets good once I'm on throttle.
So-
I was terrible on initiation. I thought I was going to die every time.
So we're set there.
And mind you, I
And
just
then-
came out of Long Beach where I wrecked this car like 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're dragging e-brake again. It's reducing angle and then increasing angle again.
Yeah,
there.
I can't really say that I was at fault for Essa not being on my ass, though. I don't
No.
think that any of that.
But you're
No, maybe not.
He should be able to be all up in my business. And right there is where he really messed up.
Mm-hmm.
He should have been rotated before I was and on throttle before I was.
Yep. Okay.
And Essa's not fast. Him and Gucci are kind of the same, right? They're not always fast drivers, especially when you're chasing.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to learn though. Like, I think I'd rather be not as fast anymore and just worry about doing a good lead.
Yeah, oddly enough, the dudes who are always fast do not always win. You know, Odie's one of the freaking rocket ships all the time, but he usually gets on a good lead.
Mm-hmm.
So here's where I could have pulled the Sorensen, but it was easy enough not to.
Should have.
Should have.
Yeah, you should have just hit him.
Should have.
Yeah. I mean, if it went the
So
same
watch
way.
right here. Watch here. Oh wait! I lied.
What?
I forgot what happened.
What?
We go one more time.
Oh. You. Just watch
I
this
made you watch all of
whole
this.
battle for nothing.
Oh, well, did you know that was gonna go one more time? What'd you think?
Well,
I would have said
I
you
could
were one
see
more
that.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think you
You
had a better
dropping off
chase.
and coming up the hill was decent.
I didn't really like pay a ton of attention to his lead though. To be honest, I'd have to watch like lead for lead again to be sure. Here.
I mean, that'd be a good one for I feel like to rewatch and get a vote on. I don't think that one deserved it one more time.
You thought you had it?
Yeah, I thought I had that one pretty easy.
Yeah, I'd have to watch it again to be honest. I'll watch it in the podcast.
I
and then
feel
I'll-
like when you look at FD technicality,
yeah.
it was worth it one more time. I think when you look at it as who is the better driver moving forward, I think I should have just won it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much technicality do you want to hold someone back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Essa just wasn't moving that fast. And then watch him now.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely gripped his car up. What do we watch? This is the same.
Yes, this is the one more time.
You definitely cleaned it up on that.
Well, then I should have been leading.
Oh, then yeah, we're watching the wrong one first. What are you doing with your bumper, bro?
You know, I was just scraping the ground.
You need your guys to attach your shit better. They need tape. And
So
gum.
you're gonna miss out something wild that happens at the very end of this.
Oh, what happened there?
Whoa!
So this is what really determined this entire thing.
I need to see the first run.
No, you got to really watch what happens here, because then we can talk about what happened to me and Reader, because me and Reader have the same situation.
Oh, oh, wow, that was so violent.
Gosh.
What did the wheel do right
That's
there?
So that's going to be a tough call because. Hold on. Yeah. What? Ooh.
See, He's not carrying. Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, it's his
He
choice.
is. It's kind of Jeff's fault because he ran up on the rumble. He dropped a tire cover.
Mm-hmm.
But dropped a tire there. You're in good there. You transitioned too early. Yeah. Ooh.
See,
No, I don't know. Did Essa shallowed up on angle though?
he did, yeah. Like he threw too much angle in that transition, and then you watch him.
I think it's. I think that's Sharon's fault for that.
Yeah.
For that occurrence right there. You went inside a little bit. He also, and you went inside before he straightened up a little bit though. So you were on the inside a little bit, but then he also pulled angle out.
So he hits his angle right here, and he's like, I want to carry that to the edge of the track, right?
Let me add this.
But-
Am I any more inside than he is inside?
You are because you dropped a
Little bit.
tire.
A little bit, yeah.
He's got a tire dropped also.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. His tire doesn't go in the dirt. Yours did.
But what I'm looking at here is more so like that right there. You see how Essa knows that he threw too much angle and
Yeah.
he doesn't have enough speed to carry him out to the edge of the track. That's why he takes that angle out to kind of drive the car out there, you know? And that's
Yep.
precisely when the hit happens. I think Essa just threw too much angle on the transition, or he thought he had enough momentum to throw that angle and carry it to the edge of the track, but he didn't, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, you see how he pulls angle out, and, like, even with Jeff hitting him and pushing him over a little bit, he's still, you know, not that close
But
to the
the
edge.
thing is, though, it's at the finish line. You both finish. You still didn't spin. So technically, it's not an incomplete or like a bad run.
Mm-hmm. Boom. Yeah, I mean, that's...
That's still a judged run.
Yeah.
You didn't spin.
Nope. Nope.
So I believe the white line is defined as the finish line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
it is.
and then so you're supposed to finish strong off to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's preferred, yes.
So obviously I won this battle because we're talking about this 32 and Readers in 16. So they deemed Essa at fault. When you watch the drone in the high speed, I don't know if the slow speed shows as much as the high speed. You can kind of see him just come out of angle abruptly and slam into my front.
100%, but this doesn't determine the win to me. Like, I want to see the first run. Like, did you finish to the left like you're supposed to? Did you do anything?
Yeah, we didn't watch the first
Because if not, then yeah, I say you win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You can bring up the first one if you want. Yeah, I don't know if they just deemed him completely at fault. Honestly, I don't even remember if there was a...
Let's see.
I remember Essa was pretty pissed about it, though.
Like, you didn't have any wobbles that time.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing really, really good. Like, you're in the zones. Yeah, like,
Yeah, it's a solid...
if you keep this
See how
up.
much cleaner he is now? Like, he definitely gripped up and was doing good.
Yeah, but you're on a perfect run and you finish out. Yeah, like, you won that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
You know,
now...
you had a perfect
So there's
season
that, and then
chases.
so that's why I
You
want to bring up the
didn't
reader
have a perfect
thing, because we have the same occurrence
Yeah.
and the opposite scenario
Mhm.
against me and Reader. And it's funny, we should try calling him right now. He swears up and down.
Text him and tell him to hop in the thing. Send him an invite to the Discord. Send him a fucking thing.
Oh, he didn't answer earlier when I called his ass.
He might now that you got something to argue about.
Right?
So when you say he swears up and down what?
Well, let's let you watch it first before I tell you what he swears up and down that happened.
Yeah. Well,
you'll probably figure it out.
Lights on the front end there. You can see him lighting them up. A lot of handbrake there coming in. That is a decel area. That is allowed. Big angle, snappy transition from Jones. Now Reeder coming up the hill.
Freaking ads, bro.
In that second outside zone.
Oh, I gotta
sick
kill
of
the
all
ads.
the ads like this one?
Yes, we're sick of them.
Killer.com.
We're sick of the
I don't
ads.
get these ad things. Like,
that's because we talked about hating the ads. I listened
all
to
over
it.
Jeff Jones. Dives in, Ryan, you talked about that early on. Don't go off course when you're exiting the horseshoe.
Oh,
and Jeff Jones, Reeder contact. Reeder goes off. Tires
So where
are
did
gone.
that tire come from?
Yard sale.
Is that yours?
Reeder
that's
and
my tire.
That's your tire?
Jones.
I was trying to figure that out when I was putting this
that's
up. I was like, I don't know where that tire came
Barely
from.
used, new in the box. Oh, man.
It looked like Reeder got
I think
inside
Reeder
of
got into him,
Jones.
yeah.
It looked like he was being aggressive. I mean, that's just, on first view of what happened, but we're going to have to watch a few replays here to determine exactly what happened. That was
chaotic when it happened, because that's the only wall you can hit in Atlanta. And when me and him were both like flying off, I thought for sure we were both going in the wall. And like, you know what is happening when you're like, when there's smoke and everything, you're trying to find that like little bit of anything that you can to get your reference of where you're at.
Yep.
And then I eventually saw where I was at, and I saw where he was, so I was like, all right, can I back the car up to try to get away from the wall and get away from him, give him some room to get around me? At that point, it was just like, how can we make the least amount of damage at this point?
Damage control.
Yeah, damage control at that point. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, all it looks like, it just looks like he just barely got into you.
You gave him a little sandwich on the wall there for a second, too.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he just got into you. It looks like he straightened up a little bit, like he took Engel
It's
out.
unfortunate. Well,
Yeah, so where does that tire come from? Alright, so he swears that I DB'd it.
So he also lost ground, though, right here, and I think he's just trying to gain it back, and it was just like the point at which like he's catching up. See how he's like kind of, he wants to be on your door. He wants to be in your door so bad, so bad. He's like, I'm going to get him on the transition.
Yeah.
And then, came through the smoke at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Where the hell did that tire come from? Hold on.
It's gotta be right when he taps me right there, and then it goes flying this way. It's
How
the
does
right
it-
rear.
Yeah, it's so weird.
It's the right rear. It's when he hits me.
Did it go under the car?
It's right here when he hits me, and then it goes behind him, or no, in between the
How
two
does it?
of
How
us.
did? Yeah. How did it
It
go?
went in
Did
between
it
the
go?
two?
I don't know.
Right.
Doesn't make any sense.
I have to see it. There it is.
Hold on, we gotta watch that fucking slow mo. Where the hell did this tire come from, dude?
And I can only just say from just how the car felt solid to me. Like, it didn't feel like I lost any traction, any momentum.
There's the tire.
And it just really, like, he just came in strong on me.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's how it is. I mean, to be honest with you, you gave him a perfect opportunity to catch up. You went it wide coming down the hill, kind of.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think he just overbid it a little bit. Like, run for run, if he would have just backed off right there, I think he would have beat me.
Yeah.
I don't know how the tire ends up right here.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
It doesn't make any sense. Unless it went underneath his front.
I think it bounced over us.
It could have, but I think you would have seen it, you know?
Like, it comes off of that tire right there after he hits me.
Yeah,
See, he
I'm
like
watching
drives
it.
up on me.
I don't see it above his hood or anything. And
It's
then
already
all,
there.
all,
Yeah.
of a sudden, all of a sudden it's over
it
here.
goes under him.
Does it?
Yeah, it goes under him. Watch his car rise up a little bit. See, his car's right there. It like came up. I think.
Yep. It did go
Yeah,
under
there
him.
it goes.
It just folded right under his
It
car.
felt so freaking
That's a trip.
weird.
Well,
Yeah, so I get the win on this one. I know that Reeder was talking to someone about protesting, but they didn't.
well, you thought you DB'd it, right? Before the hit?
Yeah. Yeah, so he was pretty pissed about this one. And that's definitely one of those things where, like, in the moment, because Because I was asking him, like, are you good, bro? And he was, like, not talking to me as much.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, he's pretty upset about it right now.
Mm-hmm. Your tire's on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's looking good right there. Oh, no, it would have been the other side tire, right?
No, it's that one. It's that tire.
Dude, yeah, it went under his car. Right there. You can see his car do this little hop, and then the tire pops out like a freaking turtle shell.
Yeah, that was a scary one. Because that wall sucks when you hit it.
Yeah.
I hit it. Fuck, where's my wood?
That's not, my head is not wood.
None of this is wood.
There's wood right there on that.
I don't
Kyle
know.
hit it hard.
Kyle's hit that wall like every year for like the last 4 years. Kyle's making sure that wall's.
Why does he keep doing it?
He's a safety check. Make sure it's good. All right, next video. Wearing our fans out with this one.
Are we wearing you out?
Do we
there,
have fans
Cash?
yet? Our
You
audience.
still good there,
Definitely
Cash?
don't.
All right, what else you got? What else you got? Who's this?
Well, we got Seattle stuff,
Oh, that's a good one.
Salt Lake
Go back to that Utah one. I don't know about this one.
This one, the hole in...
I don't know about this
Yeah.
one.
This is the one where I found stuff in the comments.
Yeah,
so.
play this one. Do you think... What are you looking
Denofa
for?
should have won.
Yeah, just play. Yeah. Oh,
Yada,
you want to go
yada,
for the
yada.
comment thing?
Well, we're going to try and prove this guy.
Denofa definitely should have won.
Oh, that was him versus Osbo, I think, actually. It's a different one.
Oh, come on, bro. You're messing with us.
No.
All right, so this is where
He needs that.
someone DBs, right?
Here we go.
I don't know.
Yeah, Taylor DeVries. This is a tough call too.
Intimidator Spirit, the 97 mile.
Taylor was looking strong.
Why are they only doing 97?
Bro,
I did 104.
Because you initiated like way late or something.
I'm on 255s with like 650
I
horsepower.
think it's because you initiated just before.
Y'all
the
are
chicken
at
dairy.
1,000 horsepower.
We're initiating like 1,000 feet before you.
No,
Yeah.
it's impossible.
Yeah.
It catches the highest speed. The highest speed you hit coming down the whole straightaway is what
Yeah,
it's gonna
so
catch.
if you were to just drive further for a longer distance, you would acquire that speed.
And then if that was the case, Jeff, then they would just blow off the course quicker because they're in a smaller tire with less grip.
Yeah,
Come
we
on.
wouldn't be able to do that. You guys have better brakes, better acceleration. You got better everything. Why are they going? Because I had a debate with this in my head. I
Well,
was
look
like,
at Chelsea. He kept getting 106 and he kept flying off the track.
Yep.
but I had
right.
104 and I didn't fly off. That's just a balance of where you initiate. If you don't have the grip, you initiate earlier and you let the car slide into the pocket. You know.
Yeah. Don't know.
But I
Most
should
of
be
us were all at
initiating
97.
earlier than you guys. Yeah, and I would hit 100. I had 103 in one of my battles, 104 in the other.
Hey, are we gonna talk about this battle?
Oh,
Right?
sorry. I was
Jesus.
just bragging. I'm bragging about my super high speed initiations over here. Now
Andy
all the
wins.
Pro 1 drivers are a bunch of pansies.
We called you a pansy. Cash, what'd you initiate at?
I don't. Only 98, I think.
Yeah, I think I only got 97. You can back it up, or we're gonna watch the replay. Watch the
Go.
replay. All right, so that was the run. This dude DB'd it.
Yeah, but
Initiates
did he beat that early?
He initiated the 3-cone. Rumble strip. Right, transitions. It's really hard to like.
Yeah, that one's a hard one to tell. It looks like Chelsea just hit him from that angle.
You
Yeah.
don't like sound. So they both missed inner clip. Chelsea's got no angle. He's coming in straight. Drives up his back
Tyler-
tire.
Taylor already doesn't have a tire.
He's DB'd a tire right there
Yeah.
before the hit.
Yeah,
But
look at his rim.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah, so you gotta keep playing it and they'll have another view.
where does it DB though? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is that why? I don't think that's why Chelsea hit him. It might be though.
I mean, you're relying on that tire on that side to heavily slow you down. So I think once he swung the car that way, he probably just went into full lift mode to try and compensate for the loss of grip.
Yeah. That was a tough call.
Yeah.
I thought there was another angle.
I think the DB just says it all. Like it just says.
It's like it's
it
DB'd
just
it right
sucks.
there already. You can see the tire.
Yeah.
It DB'd in the transition.
Yeah. So I mean, it from the camera angles, it's hard. It doesn't look like Taylor lost a whole lot of momentum because of it yet, you know. But
Yeah.
he could have. It's hard. It's so hard to tell, man. These are the tough ones when you're looking at the momentum of the two
This
different cars.
is also one more time. So Chelsea's pushing. He's probably thinking that he should go ahead and win.
Yeah, going hot.
So this gets all blamed
Look how big a
on
Mustang is.
Taylor, right? Taylor gets a 0 on this, or what happens?
I mean, Chelsea won. I think Taylor didn't get his. I don't know if he goes. It was that run 1? No, Chelsea got qualified 5th. Or 6th or whatever, because me and him got the same score at this round.
I just remember watching this and thinking to myself, this is really hard to prove who did what without data.
Mm-hmm.
And as a judge, what do you go with this? Right? Like, it looks like Chelsea was going to hit him.
Yeah.
But all you really have is the tire came off.
Hey, can we watch that spot again? It looks like Chelsea's brake lights come on without the third brake light. Right there.
They're on.
Oh, no, the third
Yeah,
brake light's
there's a
on.
little bit of a delay. It looks like the brake lights come on first. See,
Yeah, it's hard to see, though. Yeah,
brake lights on, and
Oh, there's a delay.
there is a delay. You see that? It's a hard delay.
What do you got going on there,
Brakes,
Chelsea?
And then it lights up.
Nice, bro. Resistors.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Boom. So they just went full Chelsea with that one.
I mean, I feel like it's the only call that you can make, right, with what happened.
Yeah.
You got a
I think
DB,
it's
most
perfect.
likely this is what happened. Had he not DB'd it, it'd be a whole other argument. But yeah, that's a freaking hard one.
Yeah.
That's just where you have
Well,
to
so
go
then
technical
what-
rules.
So what do y'all think about Chelsea and Travis then at Irwindale?
We went over that one last time, didn't we?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big deal. You
Bring
know,
it up.
like I don't even know if I still believe on that one.
Bring it up.
Which one was? What happened on that one?
Reader won it, I think.
Yeah, reader one.
Yeah.
I mean, I still thought the Chelsea and LZ one was a freaking weird one. Wasn't sure about that one either.
Chelsea and LZ.
Yeah, not Chelsea and LZ. Reader and LZ. Because isn't that when
yeah.
Chelsea hit Reader?
Do you know if that was top 16 or top 32 when that happened?
16.
16?
16. Hey, how would y'all call me into this? Hey, can you come and be on our thing for 30 minutes and then 2 hours later?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, 2 hours later.
You're our third host, dude. Calm down.
What are we going to title this? Cash talks all the shit about FD.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, dude,
Yes.
please do not. That's
Cash-
the last thing we need.
Cash talks his way out of Formula Drift.
Yep. Cash money over it.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be called Cash Me
All right,
Outside.
here we go. You back that up a little bit.
Is this the first one?
Yes, I think you're good. Way low. Way low with the weeble wobble.
Mm-hmm.
Let's keep it low, and I think everybody's going to do that because we saw all these lead cars go into the wall. They're going to keep it off the wall. And surprisingly, we were talking about the bank, how the water's streaming down.
So if this is a podcast where people just listen, this really sucks.
Yeah.
We're watching Chelsea and Reader go at it right now.
We're going to have to watch it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch it to believe
It's
it.
okay. They can watch it while they're driving and just get into a car accident or something.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry about that. If you rear-ended someone trying to watch this battle. Next. This wasn't the... I mean, what was the real... Oh, this was when... I think, didn't Reader hit him on the bank or
I'm
something?
not gonna lie, I wasn't paying attention. This seemed like a lot of bobbles by both of them.
Yeah.
But listen, Chelsea also spins on the finish line in zeros, but
Oh, that's this one. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the spin across the finish line. We yeah, that's a controversial one for sure.
Yeah. But that's fine. Just put,
Oh, this one. Oh, I remember this. Yeah. So it was I think Chelsea grabbed handbrake in the middle of the bank there, and it kind of.
yeah, but I think Raider did the exact same thing to him on the lead, and Chelsea. That's what Chelsea said like on a video or something.
Okay.
And Chelsea didn't hit him.
We need the top view.
But I mean, with Chelsea's spin at the finish, is that even?
That's
should
a
be a
0-0. They're saying the run ended before that.
It should be this
They're putting
run.
them.
They throw this run away.
Chelsea at the very beginning of it.
They should be just
And
throwing
then
this run away, right?
Travis, zeroed. He's it's they're saying this is double zeros.
Yeah, 2 independent zeros.
So then you just revert to the other run and do your best job.
Yeah,
I guess.
let's see.
Well, they're not independent zeros. They're saying it's Chelsea's fault. So.
Watch right here as he straightens up.
Oh, so Chelsea got 2 zeros.
Chelsea's left rear wheel.
Double zero.
No, I think they're basically just saying the run ends there.
Oh, okay.
Through outside zone 2 here.
Well, I mean, I don't understand. I mean, like, if not, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because he got a 0, but they're saying that, Reader doesn't get a 0 because it's not his fault. And then Chelsea also spins the finish line. So the run just stops at where the judging stops, which is at Reader's incomplete. Because it's Chelsea's fault. If it wasn't Chelsea's fault, then it would just be 0-0 both of them,
And the argument was that Travis did the same thing, right?
They might show it again. They can show it again.
Yeah.
With a lot of angle at the finish line.
See if they show it again. Because they'll probably do it slow.
Chase position there.
right here.
Getting himself nice and close to Denofa in the chase. Little bobble from Chelsea in the chase position there.
I mean, is that e-brake in the middle there, or is he just left footing?
Yeah.
Chelsea in the chase position there.
He breaks too.
He does, yeah.
Reader handbrakes on the middle of the track?
Yeah, in the middle of the bank,
Yeah,
I guess.
that's basically just like Chelsea did.
Oh, that's how he got against LZ, right? And how he got how LZ got the win?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that the judges were, Reader's way on this one.
It's not something to finish. Chelsea's left. Watch right here as he straightens up. It looks like Reader got into, maybe just a light touch. Watch right here.
But see, I feel like, Chelsea may have made a little bobble there, but it wasn't enough for Reader to completely incomplete.
No, I don't think so either. Like it was just as much. I feel like what Reader was doing,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think maybe Reader's like, oh shit, I got a ton of grip in my car. I gotta, I'm trying to put it on Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. And Chelsea does another little e-brake, I think, right there. Right there, yep. You can see the smoke line drop for a sec.
But it almost looks like Travis is already beginning to do what he was doing before the handbrake.
It's true. Yeah, it's very true.
I don't see any handbrake from Chelsea or any reason to think that Chelsea did anything.
Watch the smoke line. I mean, see how it's just pouring.
Yeah.
And then right there. And now...
It's also a wet track. Like, you gotta expect some looseness.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking one more time, if anything.
Yeah.
So I personally would have only zeroed Reader in that part of the track. And then, just because the rules were the rules, and I know they were brought up in the drivers' meeting, Chelsea gets a 0 over the finish line.
So let's
So you're just reverting back to the first run.
I think Denofa wins then.
And you're just going back to the first run.
Then Denofa wins it because he chased Reader everywhere he went, not on a good line,
Yeah.
Because of the rain.
Yeah.
Reader's kind of all over the place. Missed the clip, missing the zone.
I mean, Denofa
was good here. This is all.
I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? Denofa wins that.
I would have gone Denofa.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have gone?
I gotta go one more time, I think.
One more time?
Yeah, there's just too much shit going on.
All right, let's just say you gotta pick.
If I had to pick,
guns to your head, bro.
Denofa.
Fuck. All right,
There's
a timeline.
There wasn't a huge difference in the lead line, and the lead bobbles and stuff like that. And Chelsea just did a better job of dealing with all the bullshit that was happening,
Yep. What else you got?
We got a few more.
All right, it's 9 o'clock.
Okay.
I think we've been on here for like 2 hours. How long have we been on this?
I don't know. It should tell us right here.
I've been on for like 2 hours.
Jeez. All right, unless you got something else amazing.
155. Yeah. I mean, we can save these till next one.
Yeah.
It's St. Louis.
We'll have to save some more crappy calls for another day. But did we just vote that was another shitty call? Was it another shitty call?
Yeah.
Yeah, my calls were good.
Yeah.
Not bad. I've got some names I gotta say.
Oh yeah, you got like 100 freaking names he's got to say because he promised every subscriber that he'd say their name on the next podcast.
Yeah, that one.
Dang.
All right, let's get that over with, and then we'll call it quits, I guess.
Yeah, you got anything you want to tell your audience? I mean, there's only about 300 people that watch this, but
they're the 300 coolest people ever, though.
Those are 300 super cool people, bro.
Yeah, they're the best.
Let's see if they comment and say if they felt the same way, right?
Weigh in on these battles, please.
Yeah. Weigh in if you think Cash is killing it.
Let's hear your opinions.
Does he have the loudest car in FD, or is it just like farting the whole time? Because his car sounds like farts sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, they're good farts.
Yeah.
Good farts.
Sounds like fireworks.
Fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You definitely probably get pulled over with that kind of setup. Tell us about your engine setup real quick so people don't know your crickety-crackety backfire poppity.
It's just a single turbo LS Dart aluminum block and goes pop bang because my tuner, we just set it up for a soft cut rev limiter, and it's on Haltech, engine builders, MyCloud racing engines, and then it's got a bunch of BTR products throughout it, and Garrett turbo. And I don't know, we just like magically made the thing pop one time. Actually, my tuner was like, hey, I changed the rev limiter, and we never even tested it. I went to the track one day, this was like a few years ago, and I went to go do a practice run, and I was like, whoa, what just happened? Like, did my car just blow up? And then it was just ended up being my rev limiter, and it's just like, everybody's thought it's crazy since then, so we've left it since. And it's kind of like, I kind of feel like I have to have it because it's like part of me, and it makes the fans and all the people know who I am, and it gives me like a character in FD to try and keep my keep my character going or whatever.
Yep. Part of the takeover crew.
I should put truck horns on it next.
Truck horns.
Yeah, the train horns. Yeah.
So that's all out of your wastegate on the rev limiter, right? Boom.
Yeah, wastegate and the exhaust. I mean the downpipe.
Let's get this triple exhaust thing happening. You got two wastegates, don't
you?
Yeah,
two wastegates, and then the downpipe.
Yeah.
So yeah, triple.
Fancy.
Dancy.
That's fancy.
Fancy.
Cool. Well, cool, dude. Thank you for being here, and yeah.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. What are you doing next year? Same car and same shit, or what's going on?
Yeah, same car. We'll see. I don't know. PRIs this week. Hopefully land something. Maybe try to get a little bit more money to make it a little bit more feasible, and go from there.
Cool. We'll see you at PRI, man. I'll be there for the first time still.
I might go. Flights are expensive.
Jeff,
I'm thinking about going.
Are you going, Jeff?
I might go.
Yeah,
dude, flights are like $700 round trip. Hotels are expensive.
It's a 30-hour drive, dude. What are you waiting on?
Yeah, just drive it.
Leaves me with no beer money.
It's not that bad.
Oh my god.
All right, dude. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And good luck in the off season. Good luck at getting all your stuff ready for next year, dude.
Hey, same to you guys.
Yeah, thank you, bud.
Later.
Okay.
I'm gonna find my list. Jeez.
Yep, get your list going.
He's a good guy. I like that guy.
Oh, Cash is awesome. Yeah. Awesome, dude. Okay, well, you got your list there?
Yeah, I don't know any of these names. Well, there's an H. I would say this is Minnie, but there's an H at the end of it. Minna Williams, Christopher Johnson, Angel Gonzalez, Emily Cole.
Oh, it's Casey's
Keith
girl.
Kemp, Club Ultra,
Jack Roush.
Jack
36,
Roush,
dude.
Clamps, Sons of Cramps.
I'm going pee.
Zach Listrillo, what's up, Zach? He's from Doc. You got on here, maybe say his name.
Oh, yeah.
James Greer. Oh, you're just going to go pee, and I'm just going to...
Yeah, I'll be... I mean,
the rest of it. Michael... What? Leaferson? Clayton Pulse Doom, Chris Nelson, Bradley Payton. This list doesn't say the rest of it. Joey R, Taylor Page Howe, Drift House 85, Sweet Pea, 1369, 69, nice. Grim Nelson, hey, you should work on your car while you're out there, bro. Damn. Todd Ho, what's up, Todd? Cody Grabowski, Corey. I don't know what this is. This is 20s Acme something. Watt Cubble, Double Z, Zachary Biddle, Eric Anderson. This is just an extended cut, guys. I'm sorry, I'm only doing 4 more. Kings of Summer Break. Yeah, that sounds cool. Ice the Plays. Derek mentioned what? Pat Gooden. Yeah, what happened, Pat Gooden?
He's still around.
We'll save some more for later on.
More?
Later on. No, we'll save some for later on. Finish that up. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Sorry you had to listen to all that crap. Didn't you have like more things planned?
Yeah. I mean, I had them up there. We didn't get to all the battles.
Yeah.
It took a while. I thought we'd get through them.
That was 2 hours of just talking about things way too long. So we're here at Andy's shop still. The green couch. This couch needs a name. If you guys can name this couch, that'd be good.
Shrek.
It's
a big green couch.
I want to hear their name. It's a darker green though. It's kind of like a swamp thing of a couch.
Yeah, that could be.
It's got lots of Gonzo's hair.
Yep.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, me and Andy been busy. We had SEMA. We did that quick little video, and then just life at home. This guy lives like 20 miles from me. That's kind of far from LA.
20 miles.
Bro, that's like 2 hours in traffic.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Right now, it'll be easy.
Yeah.
So ideally, we'll try to bang out a few more of these podcasts over the off season. If we can make this easier on ourselves, we'll somehow start banging out some more. It'd be rad. Let us know what you guys want us to chat about. We ain't afraid of no ghosts. We'll talk about whatever. We want to talk about the battles from last year. See what people thought. Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, if you have any specific battles you want us to look at, dude, let us know.
Even Pro-Am.
Yeah, whatever.
If you got some battles you want to send it to Andy Haley at idrinkalot.com, and we'll go over those. What is your chingadera?
What?
I guess they can send it to here, right? But where can they send the video to?
Just put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments. Put a link.
Yeah, I mean,
in the comments,
or just send me a message on IG or whatever. Send What the Drift our IG message on Instagram.
We'll check them out. We'll give our opinion as as someone who judges a lot of stuff. Andy judges a lot of stuff. And we'll go drive stuff. So we'll check that out and see what we think. See if it's a bad call, a good call, or which direction it should have maybe gone. You never know. Sometimes it's just the call is what it is, and people just don't understand the rules.
That's most of the time,
right? And at the time, we think it's a shitty call, but we just don't want to admit to the rules at the time, right? We just don't agree with the rule at the time. That's a crappy call.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, that's just like that blindness that I was talking about. Like when you're in the moment like that, you're just blind to seeing it your own way, and it's just akin to someone's child being a terrible kid, and they're all in their eyes. He's a great kid, but well, why is he letting all that stuff on fire?
Great, terrible kid.
He's a great kid, But yeah, every time you look at your runs in the moment, you're like, oh, I did great, this and that, And 24 hours later, you look at it again, you're like, oh, I'm an idiot.
Yep.
You get off that high. It's like the high of drifting, when you're out there, you're like on this high.
It's depressing when you're not drifting anymore. Off seasons kind of suck.
Oh, right after the season's over, yeah. I felt
super bored.
I was just like, whoa.
I couldn't wait for it to end.
Yeah.
But now I can't wait for it to start back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, all right, let's end this.
Cool.
Comment. Let us know what we need to do. Anything you guys want to see in the next one, we'll try to get to that. We're going to keep it simple for a while.
Jeff will get naked next time.
It's possible. Maybe. I don't know. You got to pay a lot.
Yeah.
At least more than $200.
Like OnlyFans?
No.
Could start that.
Yeah.
Jeff will start that up. So find us at What the Drift /OnlyFans or OnlyFans /What the Drift.
Holler us on the gram.
Yeah. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Send beer.